realize they've been arrested.
Oh my god, that was the first thing you saw too. Just see this late. I can't
I
hit my
was
kid.
scared to say this to NASA, but I said it anyways, and there's a shuttle rocket.
All right.
Dude,
I
like
think I got the stream up now.
hilarious.
NASA nuked from orbit.
Let me set this to public. All right, stream is live. Moomy, go post it, and I'll put it on Twitter and stuff, and we can get all the clicks.
Here ruins family dinner.
What? The fuck are you?
The fucking thumbnails.
Oh, that deer is gonna tackle.
Deer looks like he's trying to break through a McDonald's window.
Korea's death mall. This is the same woman that was scared by Nikocado.
Huh? Who?
That image of like why I'm afraid of Nikocado, and then it's like him slurping noodles. Hold on.
Oh my god, I fucking hate YouTube's like I can't ever fucking get out of the channel page.
Yeah, here we go. This shit. No, it's someone else. Now I just look racist on stream.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Only the first time.
What do you
Thankfully,
mean
there's
first
only
time?
like 2 people here. Or 5
Thank
people
God. I can just cut this out of the stream. When it goes up as a VOD, we'll be fine.
Oh shit.
At everyone. And I'll make a Twitter post.
Who's pinging me in fucking general?
You nerds are already trying to capitalize on the algorithm. Fuck a internet historian.
Hang out.
Let me grab that thumbnail. Let me put it on Twitter.
KOF 94, 95.
I like how you fucking got notified on it. What the fuck is our background image?
We're in hell! Because we're doing this. God. Why is God forsaken us?
I mean, this seems appropriate, to be honest.
Right. It really does. If you read, like, the stream description... let me see here. Let me copy this. All right. All right. Get this stuff ready. Okay.
Should we name it addressing the YouTube plagiarism?
Addressing the plagiarism allegations. I think it would be apropos if we just made the title of the stream the same title as H Bomber Guy's video.
What was this title?
I don't remember. Plagiarism and YouTube. Not second.
All right, plagiarism and YouTube. There you go.
Yeah. So we're here today in hell to talk about. Okay, well, first, I guess before I get into this, how did the audio is coming through? Well, good. Swear to God, I hate dealing with OBS audio. If there was a way for me to run like the audio for me and from Discord through like Adobe Audition, and I can mix it in Adobe Audition and then run that audio just into OBS, that would be so much easier. Because let me tell you, mixing audio in OBS is the worst fucking experience ever. Anyway, with that out of the way, we're in hell. We're in hell because we need to be punished because we're
We brought
streaming
hell
again.
and brought all of y'all with
This is
us.
like the first stream in like a month and a half, 2 months, and we're not talking about anything anime related. We're instead
Yeah, this
filling
wasn't
in-
what I meant when I said we should start reacting to more videos.
No, but it's not what you meant, but it's what we need to do to be on that content grind set.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is a drama video.
This is drama.
I'm thriving.
Yeah, but it's not YouTube. It's not anime drama.
It
I'm
is
all
an-
for anime drama.
There is like a brief part of this video. It's not really about Attack on Titan in any capacity. It's about a Attack on Titan video that was mostly just plagiarized from a blog post. How lovely is that? So
I feel like that's not a rare thing in this space at all.
plagiarizing anime blog posts. Well, from
Yeah.
what I don't think that the guy that made this video was like an anti-tuber at all.
Mm.
What layer of
James
hell are we
Cumberton.
being taken on a tour through? What layer of hell do like drama mongering outrage merchants go to?
The ninth
Ninth
circle.
ninth circle. I feel like greed. What circle is greed?
What was that, fifth?
I'm sorry, I haven't
Where
read
they, like,
Dante's Inferno.
Get pumped full of like gold or
Any
something.
Bible experts in chat?
It's not the Bible.
Anyone who's
It's
like
fucking
read,
Dante's Inferno.
you know what I mean. It's all the same thing.
It's the same thing. It's
Yeah, I mean
canonical.
Dante's Inferno is basically just fan fiction, you know.
It is Bible fan fiction.
It is Bible fan
This
fiction.
is accurate.
Accurate. Crazy, you can just write your own fan fiction for a religion.
I mean,
Um,
really, when you think about it, it's pretty admirable. You're able to like tie in Greek historical figures and mythological figures
all
into the
together.
Bible.
All together. The YouTuber
We're
that
all
stole the
one happy
Attack on Titan
family.
blog post did try to brand himself as the anime guy, apparently. He used
Anime
shonen
guy.
and kawaii in his videos randomly to hide what he stole. I did see a bit of this H-Bomber guy video, which I guess I should pull up, where he makes it an extended bit of him, because this guy, Somerset, some guy, yeah, he spelled it shonen. He didn't spell it shonen, shonen, like normal.
The Shonen Bombers?
Yeah, it was literally like shonen as in shonen bakusozuku. It
Hell
was really
yeah.
goddamn funny. And it's like, hey, maybe, I mean, it makes absolutely no goddamn sense in the context of what he's saying, but it was kind of funny. So this is the video that has now set the internet on fire. Not really.
Oh, we have fucking soundboard.
pull the
Jamie,
side
pull it up.
Jamie, pull that up. I need Konoda on the stream.
There she is. She's right there.
There we go. Perfect. He was going to do an Evangelion video this month as well, despite apparently not having seen Evangelion. And now we're not going to get that video because of H-Bomber Guy. So honestly, if your takeaway from the stream is anything, fuck H-Bomber Guy for now denying us reacting to what would probably be a really bad, actually no, maybe not bad, because it'd probably still be plagiarized by someone who
You know what they're talking about?
has actually seen Evangelion and knows what they're talking about.
I mean, that's a good question, right? What would you rather have? Somebody who hasn't seen the show, or somebody who's pretending like they've seen the show, but they just plagiarize it for somebody who has?
That's a good
I'm
question.
just saying
I
that's
think,
a power move. You haven't even watched the show. You just steal someone
I think it was
else's
Egg who
opinion.
actually brought this up to me because we were talking about this, and here's the play, all right? Here's the play. You've been accused of plagiarism. So what do? You plagiarize more. Why? Because people are expecting it. And if they know you're plagiarizing, then it's no longer wrong.
Well, you just do a Shia LaBeouf.
It's no
and then
longer
plagiarize
deception
your
if everyone
apology.
just knows you're doing it. So just keep doing it and do it more.
You gotta do it like how they do the typos, where it's like almost hidden in there. So now like everyone has to feel the need to be like, you plagiarized from this source, and just add to your engagement.
It's just like something from like a high school essay where it's just like now you're like changing like the font size like you're increasing it by 0.5 points, and then you're shrinking the margins to be a little bit thinner, a little bit less wide, in order to increase the length of your script in terms of pages. But that really wouldn't translate into increasing the length of your video at all, so it doesn't fucking matter. But I could definitely still see someone who's been brain rotted by like American English class and doing that
In video essay format. How does
we'll
one
check this out in a few
increase the size of the font in a video essay?
Punching down on small creators like Illuminati and Internet Historian. Some of these creators do have fewer subs than H-Bomber Guy, which of course means that this obviously drama video is punching down, and he's actually the problematic one in this case. He's the bad guy, because as everyone knows, YouTube subscribers are like power scaling essentially, and you can't punch down. You can only punch up. So we're punching up right now. Let's go. Let me also turn off this stupid fucking ambient mode that YouTube added for some reason. Much better. So what have we got to talk about today? What's going on with this video besides the fact that we are obligated to talk about it and now reluctantly have to talk about it? It would probably also help if I took us off hell and actually...
Yeah, I was about to say, we're still in hell.
We're still in... I mean, we're going to be in hell regardless, but now it's just going to be in the
background. We're
not
leaving hell.
There we go. There's the stream. Let me make this like theater mode so it's a little bit wider. And now we're plagiarizing this video because you cannot actually see the title or the video we're watching because it's blocked out by our foogies.
I mean, you gotta hide. You gotta do all this to get around copyright. So it is what it is.
All money made from the all money made from the video is being donated to all the people who were plagiarized by the gay dude a majority of the vid is on. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like half the is like a lot of people are talking specifically about the Internet Historian part of this video, because it turns out most of the man in cave video is just lifted from a what was it, like Mental Floss article, something like that.
Is that Wendigoon?
Lifted what?
It was like Wendigoon.
Yeah, Wendigoon is the guy buried in the cave in this video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, have you not seen the video, Joe?
I haven't seen the original video, and I haven't seen the reaction video.
I don't need to watch that video. I know everything about the cave.
You do? It's something you're already familiar with.
It's part of the paranormal circle, dude. Paranormalists talk about the cave.
The cave.
Right.
The complete paranormalists talk about the completely natural cave.
Dude, it's haunted.
It's haunted. Haunted by whom? Or what?
The guy stuck in the cave, man.
It's haunted by him. Anyway,
I don't know, caves are haunted.
I would want to go to a haunted cave. People are reacting to it. I don't really know. How the fuck do you react to this video, though? It's goddamn near 4 hours long. A lot of this video, there's not really a lot to talk about with this video, because it's like, obviously plagiarism is wrong. Obviously it's not something you should do. So a lot of this video is just him going through and exhaustively demonstrating why these certain creators with these videos, or in the case of the guy that half this video is about, multiple videos, why and from where and how like they plagiarized a bunch of stuff. He exposed AVGN. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on here, because I know that there was a I know there was like
a drama video.
There was some kerfuffle with AVGN a while back, wasn't there? AVGN's decline in quality in specific circumstances of that one series.
Yeah, Cinema Massacre and Monster Madness.
So I heard a lot of the issues with like AVGN stuff is the company that's like started to write all of the AVGN episodes and stuff.
Yeah, so that was the issue with the plagiarism a while back, where one of their videos was like heavily plagiarized, and I guess it had something to do with like a specific writer who I guess was then fired for that. But yeah, AVGN himself, James Rolfe, doesn't really seem like he's like complicit or like is aware of any of this shit. It seems mostly to be things done without his knowledge. To a certain extent, the way these AVGN videos operate nowadays is he's just kind of like, it's almost like something like SciShow, you know? It's not like Hank Green is writing the SciShow videos he appears in. He just shows up on camera and says what's on the script. And it's kind of similar with AVGN, I think.
It's understandable to a
Multiple,
point.
not just one, multiple. 225, like 25 videos?
Yeah.
25 videos is
writer.
a lot. The amount of efforts plagiarists put into plagiarism is astounding. Yeah, I guess there's no real way for us to like go through and like deconstruct this video, honestly. There are a few things I guess we can talk about, because why we have Joe here is, Joe, you're the cite your sources guy of AniTube.
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, let's go with that.
And there's
Is that your catchphrase?
Well, you know, I agreed to come on because, you know, I love drama. I love drama content. You know, saw the Illuminati thing. I was like, oh, that's my wheelhouse.
So yeah, what do you? Because you said you knew about this Illuminati stuff prior.
Yeah.
Like,
so to give a little bit of context, I've been editing a video lately, and it's a pretty long video. And so what I usually do is I usually just have like YouTube recommend me stuff while to listen to while I'm editing video. And it's kind of interesting seeing it kind of happen, because I don't naturally seek out like drama content, but somehow most of the YouTube videos that I watch are like technical videos. So they're all like how to do something, or they're like very diffuse anime, not anime. I don't watch anime. They're very diffuse animal like videos, you know, like Mugu Mogu videos. And somehow an internet anarchist video slipped through the cracks like a termite. You know, it got into the.
It's like a cockroach. Once one gets in, or like a bed bug, God forbid, you're just fucked now.
That is exactly what happened. Like, you have to actively cull your garden.
Yes.
If you don't.
Oh yeah.
So an internet anarchist slipped through, and I listened to the whole thing, completely undeterred. It was like a Boogie 2988 video, and then YouTube was just like, oh, you actively did not say no to this video, so let's go. And then every single...
It just
and
pollutes.
then it just kept getting worse and worse.
It just pollutes your thing, yeah.
Yeah, so... I fell down the YouTube drama commentary content side.
Guy talking into camera or girl talking into camera, basically.
Yes, and it is great. It's blood sports. I love it. It's just blood sports.
Yeah.
Like,
that's kind of the thing. It's like we can, have a little bit of pretense in there to act like that's not what we're doing, but that's what we're doing.
Yes. And look,
that's not what we're doing, though.
I'm just gonna say, H. Bobber guy can pretend like he's not engaging in blood sports, but these are blood sports.
These are blood sports.
You can extend this into a general discussion of plagiarism and all that kind of stuff, but these are blood sports videos.
Yeah, well, because
he looks pretty battle damaged. I think
he does look fun. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't watch a lot of H. Bomber Guy videos. I don't know why he looks so fucked up. I think there might be some sort of plot going on here that would explain why he looks like he just got out of a fire. Maybe it's explained.
I think he's as far as I understand, which is very limited. As far as I understand, he just might be like balding and just leaned into that aesthetic.
Yeah, as
like there's like if you're someone who's balding, right? There's two ways you can go about it. You can either try and hide it, or you can just embrace it. And I think he just chose for the latter. Yeah,
well, as someone who's going bald as well, that definitely makes sense to me. Although he has a little bit better than me because he can still grow a beard. I'm just completely fucked.
fuck is
What
that
is
anime
that?
book?
Yeah, what the hell's that anime book? Hold on, Jamie. Wait, no, it's an anime
Enhance.
tarot deck guidebook. What?
So it's like
What
a
is this
manga
book?
for tarot cards.
Is it? I have no idea.
Is it like one of those the Lego Bible?
Here we go. It's a deck of cards. It's a deck of, I guess, anime themed tarot cards. Yep. You have guy with scythe, queen or princess, magical girl. What looks like characters from a Korean webcomic.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck's going on with that one.
I have no idea what any of this shit is. Damn, that's
It could
crazy.
be something that like a fan sent.
That would make sense. What else is on this bookshelf then? We got looks
Death
like
Note.
Death Note. Death Note. Okay. Python. Women. Women.
You have a book called The Chimp,
The.
and I don't know what the rest of the book says.
I'm like, it's funny too because I'm like, you can't see me. We're not on camera. I'm literally like bending my goddamn head trying to read what these fucking book titles are.
This is the greatest Weeb Crew stream ever.
The greatest reaction.
Silently
You could tell,
leading
you
our
could tell
heads.
that I really just want to capitalize on this. I have very little interest in actually addressing any of the claims for this video because it's one of those things where it's like he pretty thoroughly demonstrates the plagiarism stuff. This is completely cynical, which again I should then just point out, which is why we're in hell. Is why we're burning in hell and will be burning in hell for all eternity, as it turns out.
So then the question is, are there any Anitubers that have been caught plagiarizing anything? That we could air out their laundry here.
Almost certainly. I know that, funnily enough, the way it kind of works, I think it's in the Illuminati. No, it's not in the Illuminati section. No, it's in like the this section of the video for the YouTuber whose name continues to evade me. I do not know what his name is. What is your name?
I don't know.
I don't know. We could watch the video and find out. Somerton. Something Somerton. James Somerton.
James
We did it.
Sunderland?
Sunderland?
James, what are you doing here, James?
Shave's about to make an AniTube blacklist. But it's funny because I think, in this Attack on Titan video that this guy made, he plagiarizes, he quotes Jeff Thu because the article he's plagiarizing quotes Jeff Thu, which is very, very fucking weird.
Man, imagine plagiarizing Mother's Basement of all
Well, it's
things.
like one of those things because, like, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't plagiarize anything in like high school or college because I just fucking did the goddamn assignment.
Oh, is that the Vice motherboard article?
Yeah.
Dude, I was in that article.
You were?
Yeah.
Oh, do you think you got plagiarized?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that article was weird. That article was weird because I just got an email at work one day, and it was just like, "Hi, I write for Vice. A bunch of people recommended I reach out to you about Attack on Titan.
What?
And what are your thoughts on Isayama like being a fascist?" And I was just like, I don't know, I don't know enough about Attack on Titan, but otaku imagery and like military otaku is not that strange. Yeah, that's all I got.
That's all I got. I mean, I guess like the closest I could think. I mean, it runs a little bit deeper than just like imagery, I guess, of the Attack on Titan. But this is not a goddamn Attack on Titan debate stream, all right? What we're here to debate is nothing. There's nothing to debate. There is nothing to be learned from this. You're wasting your time. Go out, read a book, do something, literally anything else with your time. You're wasting your life. Get out while you still can.
Were we gonna talk about like citations or something?
Oh yeah,
Isn't
we can
that
talk about
something we
citations,
start
right?
off on?
Because
So funny enough, before I did like anime videos, I did like gaming stuff, right?
yeah.
And I did gaming journalism stuff, and I wrote for a few like smaller publications, and a bunch of our so I wrote for a few smaller publications, and what ended up happening was we broke off, and me and a couple other people who are writing for one site, we broke off and started sort of like blogging on the same site, which ended up being like the pause and select site, right? Which is where like
Right,
the
right.
name comes from. And so it was just me and a bunch of like other people, and we all had like we all came from like a whole bunch of like different smaller platforms. And then it turns out and then one day, me and a friend of mine, we got an email from somebody at IGN, and he told us that one of the people in our group had been plagiarizing his stuff.
Huh.
So we had a whole bunch of like articles like on like the pause and select blog that had just been plagiarism, and we're just like, what the fuck?
That seems to
So
be like a common thing. Like there's a lot of cases here of people just not knowing that the plagiarism is happening. Like people who are like, obviously people who are doing it know that they're fucking doing it and are trying to hide it. But then there are other people who are associated with them or are like helping work on these videos that do not know anything about what's going on.
yeah, it's one of those things that's like kind of weird because like so like we confronted the guy. We're trying to figure out like what his like why did he do it, all this kind of stuff. And then like right up until the end, he said like, I'm not plagiarizing. But he was very clearly, notably, visibly plagiarizing.
Hmm.
So you know, we kicked them out, and then we like deleted all the articles and all that kind of stuff. We kicked them out and all that kind of stuff. And then he actually went on to he went on to become like a one of those like LinkedIn hustle culture writers.
Oh hell
Um,
yeah.
But the thing is that like it had completely blindsided us because like we trusted him because like we were friends. Um and I think that's where like I feel like a lot of these sorts of issues come from, where
Mhm.
like people you generally trust or have had a long good relationship with, it
Mhm.
they for one reason or another it just breaks down, or for one reason or another they like something like this happens. So like when you take a look at something like say like the Cinemassacre, like Screenwave Media kind of thing,
Yeah.
I'm willing to believe that like James Rolfe just like didn't know, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Yeah.
Like I'm
seems to
willing to
be.
believe he
Yeah.
just didn't know. Like it's one of those things where it's just like, well, you know, if somebody you trust just gives you a script, you're just like, well, I guess they probably just did their due diligence, and then they find out that something like that happens. Definitely not the Illuminati thing. No, Illuminati is like an actual crazy
Yeah.
person who lives in a goblin nest. Um,
What?
What do
oh
you
yeah, there's a
mean?
lot of lore to the Illuminati stuff. Um, okay, so Illuminati is hilarious. She's so so Illuminati is
Gotta stop you right.
this.
Internet bomber guy. Video we a channel called.
Balloon Tower Defense. Fucking great go-to
Is
content.
this? Oh my god.
Hell yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You were going.
Okay, so Illuminati, also known as Blair, she used to do like a whole bunch of stuff. She used to do like sort of like vlog style videos, and then she did like story time videos, and then she went into speaking. Then she went into like read Reddit post kind of videos. And she dipped into like commentary videos. She was actually do you know who Tommy C is? So yeah, so Tommy C is like a drama commentator.
Yeah.
Um So she actually used to work with Tommy C on his channel. So on that kind of stuff. And Blair is kind of weird, but she eventually found like her real muscle in the Illuminati. Like she's like a video essayist that like purportedly does like anti MLM, anti cults, anti exploitation kind of
Yeah,
style
that
videos.
seems to be what the content.
Yeah, so
Is that
essentially, oh yeah.
William Shatner?
Yes, known scientist William Shatner.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So
We'll
for
talk
the
about thumbnails.
longest time, Blair had kind of just like gone under the radar for the most part. She used to be part of a sort of like read Reddit collective known as Sad Milk. They would just sit around and read Reddit posts and whatnot
Yeah,
and
okay.
do like voice stuff.
Right.
And then like one day out of the blue, it kind of just like broke down. It just broke apart, and then they just like all went their separate ways, and it was never really explained essentially why that happened. So everybody goes their separate ways. Blair does the Illuminati channel, and then we sort of have nothing's kind of happening publicly for a while until one day, one of the editors for the Legal Eagle channel goes into her Discord and was like, "Hey, we're trying to figure out how to like do this particular sort of like effect efficiently. Um, given that Blair has like this incredibly large upload schedule, like she uploads like every other day. It's crazy how
Yeah,
often this
I'm
channel
looking at like
uploads.
the schedule. Yeah, they it's very frequent. It seems 6 days ago,
Yeah.
12 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 3. Yeah.
So essentially, they're just like, okay, you very clearly have like an efficient way to do this, to do this effect, right? So what would you recommend? And so what happened was the Discord was a little standoffish. They were just like, if you want technical help, you can't be coming in doing technical help, that kind of stuff, which it isn't necessarily a big deal. And then Blair goes to Twitter and essentially starts blasting Legal Eagle's editors, saying that they're trying to steal her style. But it turns out the style was like the Vox highlighter effect. So a whole bunch of editors like on Twitter were just like, "Come on, you can't be you can't be serious." Um, and so it was also like the paper rip effect and whatnot, and that's where most people will probably know the collision between H Bomber Guy and Blair and Illuminati, because that's what gets referenced a lot with regards to like drama commentary on this. Now, this is where the floodgates kind of start opening. So people find out that Blair's kind of got this. She's kind of got this behavior. She's kind of got this like weird sort of paranoid behavior with regards to how she thinks other people are. They're out to like kind of get her and all that kind of stuff. And then the people who were formerly like her co-hosts on like the Sad Milk stuff, they start coming out the woodwork because they find out that like a lot of people have come across the Illuminati channel in a negative light with regards to what's going on. Legal Eagle has a very like measured take on this, right? Legal Eagle is just like, this is a really standard stock effect that everybody does. Everybody just kind of benefits if everybody works on trying to like create better content, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of weird. And on top of that, the editor, Legal Eagle also clarifies that the editor wasn't asking to do it on a Legal Eagle video. He was asking for his own personal videos.
That's an interesting twist to the story.
So anyhow, what happens is a whole bunch of people come out of the woodworks, and then we start to find out allegations of things like how Blair may be committing white collar financial crime.
Blair White?
How she dated a man she was just like in her late 20s, and she dated someone who was like 19, and then held like a mortgage and a car loan over his head. Um, she she actively created troll accounts and paid people money to dig up dirt on her co-hosts while they were working on the Sad Milk podcast show.
What?
So one of the things, like she said,
Was she
like, so for
blackmailing people
example,
then?
one of the former co-hosts was a YouTuber by the name of The Click. And what Blair did was, when the Click ended up getting more Discord members than Blair, she paid some guy $200 to look up every instance the Click has said the N-word.
Interesting.
You know,
That cost $200.
just $200, I guess.
She could have just done it herself for free. I mean,
$200. So she nonstop, she would just like be incredibly paranoid about everybody, and she saw like her friends being successful as like she saw her friends being successful as like a problem.
When
Like,
did this
she
come
had
out?
to be the most successful one. When she was part of Tommy C, when she moved out of the commentary, like when she moved out of like the commentary hosting stuff, she had admin access to Tommy C's channel. And what she did was she deleted every video she was in when she left.
Huh.
So Tommy C was just like, I don't have those videos anymore. She just deleted all of them.
Because I'm looking at their channel, and looking at their channel now, you know, they have 1.3 million subs. They pull very, very, very few views for that size.
They used to be 1.7.
So
They
that
lost
so this came out and this
400,000
hit them
subs.
hard, essentially.
You should pull up their social blade count.
All right,
They
let's pull
used
up.
to be 1.7. Like, this is like this is one of the most precipitous drops in terms of like overall subscribers I've ever seen.
Oh, I gotta turn off my VPN, and I might fuck the stream up. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
God damn it.
But yeah.
Oh well.
So it's massive. She's also currently, I think she's pursuing a defamation lawsuit against Oz Media, which was one of the former members of Sad Milk, which is very funny because a lot of the other members have actually come out. A lot of other members of Sad Milk have come out and criticized her, and Oz Media, in addition to that, has criticized her. But she's going after Oz Media specifically because he's the weakest one financially.
This is very interesting. So, this video right here, Illuminati ruins her career more and more every day, came out 4 days ago, before this H-bomb video. So this is like ongoing stuff. Yeah, this is the way. This stuff is ongoing. Oh my god.
developing story, folks.
Developing story. You heard it here. Neither first nor last.
You didn't even
Sorry.
hear anything here, really.
2 hours late. Guess I'm watching the VOD when it's out. No, we only started like 40 minutes ago, if that. Yeah. You have literally missed nothing of note. Well, what's interesting to me is that let's argue that this H-bomb video is not just for the sake of drama.
Okay.
Do you think that he reached out to any of the people he discussed in the video beforehand?
I don't think so, but I mean, you don't really have to, right?
No, but well, I guess that's kind of it. What would be interesting because this video has been in the works for. I pulled up his Patreon. Let me go here.
Part of the problem of like reaching out to people that you're about to talk about, especially in a negative light, before you actually like commit to anything, is that it could theoretically make things harder.
Yeah.
Specifically because like it gives them the opportunity to cover their tracks before you can actually do anything.
Right.
That's true. If you're
But
making
at
a
the same
hit
time,
piece.
so this video has been in the works since at least August. The first 90 minutes have been available since August 1st. Surely these people would have known. Video plus
Really
remastered first half.
I mean, like, they don't really pay attention to like this kind of stuff.
Do they not? I guess that'll be interesting to see how certain creators, specifically, I think people are interested in seeing how Internet Historian responds, since he is the YouTuber in the video who is kind of clean in terms of any controversy. This is like the first thing they think that's kind of hit him.
So I'm not really familiar since I haven't actually watched the video. Is the controversy around Internet Historian, like, could that just be something to do with the people that write his videos? Like, does he have other people write his videos?
That's a great question. We don't really know. At least I'm not aware. It's not really clear in the video. What is necessary to point out with the Internet Historian video is that there are two things. One sec. So this video is the one that's up now is a re-upload that it was re-uploaded like 6 months ago. And what you'll notice is that there are sources cited now to the different like mental floss articles that have been used and the like. What's important to note is that the original upload of this video did not have these citations in the description. You can pull it up on the Internet Archive. They're not there. So then what happened was this video gets taken down because of a copyright claim. I guess edits are made. It goes back up, and then accreditation is provided.
Okay.
So that's essentially the controversy here with the video.
Yeah, someone actually posted a screenshot of the original copyright claim. And it was like a plagiarism claim.
Yes. Yeah.
So the original copyright claim was not like, you know, he showed something from TV Tokyo. It was a plagiarism claim. So
they also reworded the entire video. I guess that's the thing. I don't know if people probably do have the original video uploaded. It would be interesting to see a side-by-side comparison of the original video and then the stuff that was changed in this new uploaded video, just to see how egregious the plagiarism was originally and what they've done to change it. Because I have like rewatched this video since, I don't think much was changed. So if it's just them tweaking the wording a little bit, H-Bomb extensively shows that off. I know he goes through and like shows like rather extensively like the parts from just some parts, by the way, of the video that are directly lifted from the Mental Floss article. Obviously, can't really be exhaustive with that sort of thing because otherwise the video is already 4 goddamn hours long. You can't spend that much time on it. But I would be interested in seeing what.
To me, I wonder like. Just being as charitable as possible.
Okay.
In a situation that
Stop.
someone does not necessarily deserve the charity.
Right.
But like just being as charitable as possible. Like I wonder if like it could have been a scenario where like the person who wrote the video plagiarized it and then it came to light and was like given a copyright thing. Maybe like I don't know if it necessarily says like what it plagiarized. So maybe he's like, this is a weird copyright strike or something. Like maybe he didn't pay much attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
But then like he rewords it. And it could be like a layer of like, you know, you put a lot of money into it. You have a lot of people that need the money out of the video. So like maybe it's like, okay, we get the money out of this video. Get rid of the guy who fucking plagiarized it. Sure. Like, you know what I mean? Like you just are trying to make some of the money back to pay the people that worked on the video that didn't plagiarize it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not good, but it's like, maybe that's like a charitable thing of like, maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Like, maybe he's not a complete sack of shit.
It's not,
so it's not an exculpation, but oftentimes the reason why these projects keep continuing is because the person who's writing for you is somebody you have more than a strictly professional relationship mean. And I don't mean that like they're banging or something.
Right.
I mean that like your friend wrote it for you.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's a really, really hard thing to break, even if they do something like immoral.
Yeah.
Because when me and my friends found out that one of our friends that we've written and worked with for a very long time has been plagiarizing, we're just like, okay, well, let's see what he actually says about this.
Mhm.
And then when he just kept denying it, we're just like, okay, we can't let this happen.
Yeah, I guess it'll be
But,
interesting
I
to
can
see what
see
the
how
response
somebody
is.
who and so this is one of those things, right? Like, does he list who his writer is?
No, I don't think
I
there
mean,
are any
like,
writers
assuming
or
he's
editors
got a
listed.
writer, right? It's possible he could just be the one doing it himself.
Yeah.
But assuming he's got a writer, if that writer's been with him since like the beginning of the channel, that can be something that's pretty hard. That's a sort of friendship that can be pretty hard to break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
It'd be
I'm not
interesting.
exculpating
Yeah,
or
if he
like,
didn't write the video, then who did?
yeah, like, again, I'm not exculpating him. It's also possible. It is also possible that this is a new writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also possible that this could be somebody who's just like, hey, I have this really goofy, great story about a man in a cave. And then he reads it and thinks, yeah, this is a very funny, goofy story. And then it turns out it's plagiarized.
Whoopsie daisies.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely bad optics that you like reword everything, re-upload it after you got hit with a plagiarism claim, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'm like,
so-
I'm just trying to like be charitable and be like, well, maybe it's because like there's like 20 people that worked on this. They have to have money to like survive. Like it's bad, but it's like maybe it's like not as bad. Like maybe he's just not a complete sack of shit that's just like, oh, I just want to make money off of someone else's work, right?
Mhm.
So everything so far, right, is like the only thing that we can do is speculate until Internet Historian actually explains what's going on.
Yeah.
But one way that I can see it that can happen that technically wouldn't be his fault, in my opinion, is like he spent all this time getting editors and all this kind of stuff because he probably hires editors now,
Yeah.
unless he
Oh,
really
oh.
unless he really has that sort of editing brain rot that he's like,
No.
yeah, I love doing these.
I think he's taught. He has like multiple editors across each of his different channels.
Yeah.
So.
So if you find out, so the thing is, like, the copyright claim is the proof in the pudding that this is plagiarism.
Yes.
So now, if you're in his shoes and you're thinking, okay, I've been dinged for plagiarism, there's two things you can do. One, you take down the video, but you've already spent all your money on editors, on material, on all this kind of stuff, right? Or two, you can try and modify it to the extent upon which you think you're no longer plagiarizing. And so I can easily see how sunk cost fallacy would lead
Right.
somebody to do something really stupid.
Yes.
Especially when you think about like the video is done, right? The video is the
Yeah.
video. So like if you have to reword something, you basically have to reword it in a way that keeps the exact same structure of the video so you can still use that video.
Yeah.
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 So there's
So,
definitely a
like,
layer to it.
Talks about
This could be like a bad solution. I think it's a bad solution. I think it. So this is one of those things where it's just like, I think he should have just like either scrapped the video or just been way more upfront. The fact that he reframed the narrative to say that like it's a copyright claim,
Mhm.
like that's a really, really bad. Like that's
yeah.
that's a
It
really
seems
bad
seems
look.
much more evasive as a result.
Yes. That's way more like you could have literally said. So I think what could have happened, right? I think if you literally just said, let's say the situation was you had a new writer or you had an existing writer and you found out they were plagiarizing. And then you say, okay, you just tell your audience, just say like, okay, I either had a new writer or I had, again, this is like best case scenario. So like I either had a new writer or I had a pre-existing writer that I found out had plagiarized.
Mhm.
I've made what I think are the correct modifications, so it is now no longer plagiarism. But I want to be upfront and then say like, this is one of the issues. We spent so much time and money on this video already. this is where we stand, and I think most people will understand that circumstance.
Yes. But doing it and not saying anything,
that's way worse.
Yeah.
And that does make it seem a lot more likely that he
a
had,
little bit
like,
more like you're trying to conceal what you did.
Yeah. Like this is a weird ego thing a lot of YouTubers have. It's just like, if you just fuck up, just say you fuck up. Like, most people will understand. Like, unless it's like a sexual assault
allegations. Oh boy, like, I can't wait for those to start coming out now.
You know, like, unless it's that, right? Like, most people will understand, like, something not that.
I wonder how much of, like, because, like, it's mainly about optics, right? Like, you don't want to be like, oh, I got my video taken down for plagiarism. This is like, oh, it's a copyright strike kind of thing. It's mainly just optics. So it's like, I wonder how much of that plays a role in, like, them not wanting to admit it. Well, because, like, if you admit that, you know, you had somebody on your team that plagiarized something, then you start generating the content machine of, like, the drama clicks, right? Like, now people are like, oh, internet historian fabricated or plagiarized so and such, and they start looking at your other stuff, and you have, like, this whole kind of black mark on your brand, which you will when it comes out. But in this case, like, maybe he just thought, oh, I just say it got taken down for copyright, it just gets kind of swept under the rug kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Well, if for some reason you have, like, this worry that you have a history of plagiarizing, then that's really an ominous concern to have.
Lex, do you want to pop in stream if you want? Because you're saying a lot. Dude, I don't want you to feel like you're being, like, ignored or whatever, because we're not reading these in real time.
I can't see any chat, to be clear.
Okay.
So
here occasionally.
So if anybody's just
Lex says the likelihood that Internet Historian wasn't in on all that is near zero for me, because they added a fake screenshot they photoshopped in the re-upload that made it seem like a false copyright strike. Like, they fabricated this video is an available screenshot where they removed the company that claimed them so people wouldn't look into it. The modifications are also switching around sentences, but keeping the words mostly the same. And H-Bomb points out the original video would have made like 100K before it went down. Also, I really love that the video still opens up with, this video meets the criteria of legal fair use and those guidelines. No citation or example needed here constitutes a failure under the digital millennium government. It's like, oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's so ominous. That is so deeply ominous.
The following is satire journalistic in nature.
Disaster.
Oh no.
Yeah, so interestingly enough, I feel like I might be the only person in this voice chat who's had to sort of deal with plagiarism in a professional academic setting, right?
Yeah.
Oh, probably.
Right.
And so in this context, so to give a little bit of context here, based upon what I understand of the situation with Internet Historian, this would absolutely be considered plagiarism. Any attempt to sort of hide or modify the narrative around the act itself really works against you and makes it much, much worse. So in that context, yeah, this looks rough.
Okay, let me get Lex's Fugi set up here. Where the fuck is the goddamn, like, Bobby Hill thing we made for the podcast? It's in like the production log somewhere. I gotta, like, scroll up for this shit. Holy hell!
I can probably find it real quick.
Yeah, if you can give me that, and then I can just I think I.
Yeah, that's the thing with me. Like, I try to, like, give the benefit of the doubt that maybe this is, like, one of those things where they're trying to weigh out, like, the potential bad that comes from admitting it, because, like, it's one of those things, right? Like, you look at, like, you talked about, like, Boogie earlier. Like, Boogie's drama, a lot of that came from him acknowledging it, like, in like a public way, where, like, people who weren't even aware of a lot of this stuff were, like, made aware by, like, him highlighting some random post on Reddit, right? So, well, there's this gradient to it where it's like, where is it that you acknowledge something and bring more attention to it, but in like a way that's preemptive and is helping you in the future. And where is it that you don't acknowledge it and it kind of just goes away, right?
Well, the problem with the problem with the Boogie example though is that like Boogie's main issue is not the fact that he acknowledges, the fact that he acknowledged it and then just kept doing it.
Yeah.
Like he would say that like, dude, I'm like so fucked up, dude. I'm like Boogie 298 coming to you live to the power of the internet. I lost 750,000 on crypto. That's crazy. And then he would go off and buy $100 soundbar.
Oh, I'm a fucking idiot, by the way. When I set the video I actually had pulled up was the intro for the recent upload, which was uploaded today. But I guarantee you, let's actually then go. I want to see. Let me see. Okay, this video doesn't open up with that. It just says, yeah, Manicade, this video is no longer available due to a copyright claim.
Yeah.
Interesting.
My Fugi doing? Oh, I'm watching the stream, so it's delayed.
Yeah, it's on. It's working.
So that screenshot in that opening that it shows
very clearly
is
edited.
entirely photoshopped. It's just fake.
Not even well photo. Like you can
because the original like video didn't have like the entire video page was gone, so it didn't even have the player open. And then when people try to re-upload it because it's in the system now, it would show you this video has been taken down for a copyright claim because of plagiarism. So like the fact that they specifically photoshopped it to say just a copyright claim, and then Internet Historian even says like, oh, it was just taken down to a copy strike, so I just had to like re-upload it. And they don't talk about the fact that they completely rechanged most of the words that were like the major like smoking gun red flags, and then also had to cut out like visual gags that were part of the like plagiarism takedown. That to me is like I don't see, like, even if it wasn't originally him writing it or like he didn't know, because again I have no idea who like Internet Historian's team is.
At this level, I feel like you have
I mean, like he had to have like he still voiced that part. So like he would have known.
Yeah, so like at that point to me, it's like, okay, you're just 100% in on it, even if the original, like maybe when he originally recorded the first video, he had no idea, but like at this point he knows and is like actively trying to cover it up, basically. So that's where I'm to me it's just game over at that point. Like I don't see any way that it would
trying to
be salvageable.
So in an academic setting, most parts, if you get like caught plagiarizing, they give you a chance to explain what happened, and whether you know it's plagiarism. The circumstances always change with regards to like.
Oh my God, this is so much bigger in the screen now. Holy crap!
Or is it like somebody who's like in grad school, right? But one of the big things is like, what is their action plan? Like,
right? How do they remedy this?
Yeah, like when they get caught, what do they do? And so usually when I run into students who've plagiarized, we have to do like this whole sit down and everything, and we have to be like, hey, you've plagiarized off of Alex Jones' blog.
You plagiarized InfoWars for some reason.
InfoWars.
You plagiarized.
Explain yourself.
You plagiarized the Daily Stormer for reasons unknown.
They only noticed because he posted the entire essays in all caps.
It's like, damn, I wouldn't have thought that you'd watch InfoWars.
We started talking about frogs. That's
for
how
your
I knew.
final papers submitted, you just copy and pasted the entirety of Don Quixote into a Word doc, printed it out, and then turned it in.
Yeah. But yeah, sometimes but yeah, if they like push back, if they're just like, this is not plagiarism, it's just like, okay, well, this is a problem. Assuming this is first offense. If this is like more than like one offense, then this is going to be much more serious, because I mean somebody has already talked to them, and if that has not gotten through their minds, then okay, well, this has to be escalated.
Yeah, and that is the other thing I should point out, is that the recent developments, which again I don't have all the information on, the recent developments on Twitter are people pointing out that I think it was the Cost of Concordia video had segments that someone found like word for word an article written about like 2 years before the video. So like I think it might come out. I'm now just seeing the view thing. That's amazing. It might now come out that like there is more than this one video, which again just makes it like it seems like it's a recurring thing. Usually that's what happens with I think a lot of the channels that H Bomber guy points out are like people that plagiarize in general is like kind of once you start you can't stop. So it seems to be a bad
It's
track
so
record
easy.
on
Why would
historians'
anyone
part.
not plagiarize?
I saw the so I haven't finished like the whole video, but I saw the section on Philip, which is hilarious because why would you plagiarize for a review? You literally just have to say I like or hate this game.
Yeah, say what
I like or
say
hate
what you
this thing.
think.
Literal NPC doesn't have any opinion. Has
Well,
to
I mean,
steal others.
it's funny you bring up NPCs. So now I'm thinking like, well, how much of a problem is this going to be going forward? Because now you no longer need to plagiarize. Now you can just go to ChatGPT. They can write your entire video script, which I guess technically is also going to, in a weird way, plagiarize, but through a neural network, content found on the internet. But I can
Yeah, it's
see
like
also, like for your like
Copyright
content
filter
farm
of
shit.
writing.
Yeah.
It's gonna literally be like that Sword Art Online video that we did through ChatGPT.
What video are you talking about? That video doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist
That
anymore.
video doesn't exist. We took it down.
We have a short of it though.
Yes.
That's still up.
That's still up. But I wonder if that's going to be, especially for a lot of these. So he talks about like content farm YouTube, and where the hell is it? There we go. There's a section of the video just dedicated to like really like really bad con. A lot of this is AI generated. Also, I love now that the View logo is directly over his face in the frame of the video. Fuck, I should
Why
probably
is the View?
because this is what we are now.
We are the View.
We are the View. All right.
Kai actually linked me to an interesting content generator AI thing a little while back. If I can find it.
Oh no.
Where you can link one of your videos and it will generate like X amount of shorts out of it.
Oh yeah, you showed me one of the ones that was generated, and I was kind of curious to see like, well, okay, well, what would happen if we actually uploaded that? And I swear to God, if it did numbers, I would actually just like give up everything. There's no.
I mean,
point
that's why we
trying.
just didn't upload it. No,
Yeah.
we don't run
we don't
the
want
risk of-
to. We we don't want to risk that.
Like the have you seen? I posted about it on Twitter. There's a guy that went viral. People dunking on him on Twitter, talking about how he makes like $100K a month, clipping like viral videos for TikTok. And it's so funny because he goes through the process and it's just the laziest stuff you can imagine.
Was
He
that
doesn't
the
even
Twitter
like
thread you
download the
put out?
video.
Like
He
you replied to the other day. Did I see that?
yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll literally watch the video on his phone on YouTube like vertically and then screen record his phone and then crop the video and then put it into CapCut with like another screen recorded version of like GTA gameplay. So it's like the video is like triple encoded and like cropped like 3 different times by the time he puts it out on TikTok, and it's like 240p and crusty.
or like Subway Surfers footage on it to just keep people's attention even more.
Yeah, and then the whole outside, like the framing of the video is him doing like a day in the life of, and he's walking in, he's like a full studio in like New York with like an office space, and then all he does is sit down in a desk and just screen record 2 videos and post it to TikTok. It's like, that's what I imagine someone like with 1 million subscribers doing. It's just like, all right, time for a long day of work, and they just like copy paste an article.
At least they're honest about how much of a scumfuck they are.
Yeah, true.
I'm just wondering, like, what kind of like hellscape we're like going into with this like AI generated bullshit, where it's just like, because we already have like people that do clips of like podcasts already, right?
Right.
And there's this kind of like this agreement between like those the clip channels and like the podcast, like, well, that gives us more exposure, whatever. You're doing the work to clip it, or you can upload it, and we just share or something. So it's like when you can just AI generate fucking clips of like just random videos of shit, and you put absolutely no effort into it, upload it, and then get money off of it. Like, what kind of fucking horseshit content are we gonna see from that?
Everything, it's just going to be soup. It's just going to be a slurry.
It says,
of
not gonna lie, there's
nothing.
something a little tempting when I find out how big you can get from stealing with basically no consequences. Yeah, really, what the takeaway is, there's no excuse for being homeless anymore. Just steal content and put it up on
Interesting
YouTube or
direction, go on.
TikTok.
Instead of teaching coal miners to code, we'll teach them to rip videos on TikTok.
We're going to teach people how to just steal.
Make a boot camp for AI voice movie recaps.
It's like one of those like a YouTube like content creation like boot camps or whatever. Like they tell you how to make quote unquote good videos, but it's really just the same kind of video, and they all suck. Just imagine that, but now it's just like, yeah, we're gonna learn how to just take shit.
Just steal and get away with it. H Bomber Guy gave you all the clues on how to get away with it now.
Yeah.
Because it's just do everything these people didn't do.
Yeah,
and
if anything, we should really just be taking notes watching this, not for how to avoid plagiarism, but how to do it right. We learn from the mistakes that these content creators... Yeah, so we learn from the mistakes that they made, and we don't replicate them in our own theft.
Exactly.
True. Yeah, you know, I'm going to bomb my reputation for internet clout.
Okay, so I guess they do talk about the Legal Eagle debacle you touched on, Joe.
I mean, you say you're going to bomb your reputation. I have like at least 20 different channels right now that no one knows about.
No one knows about? Oh, yo, just like Internet Historian. Yeah. Oh, you think
I'm making at least 7 figures off
all of Internet
random
Historians.
ASMR channels.
All of Internet Historians, like unknown channels, they're all content mills ripping off other people's stuff.
Someone catches me for plagiarism, I just delete the account. No one ever knows who I was.
It's the perfect crime. You just end up making like a lot of... we actually probably... I guess now we should probably say we do not condone such behavior here at the Weeb Crew. Do not steal other people's content.
You do not pirate your anime on illegal websites.
On illegal sites. You wouldn't download a car, would you?
I mean, I would 3D
I
print
absolutely would.
Do you think
really
we'll reach a point
no
you can
morals
3D
on
print
YouTube
cars?
because then you can just have Reddit posts with robot voices? Yeah, well, it's kind of funny because Wendigoon plays like the dude in the cave video, and at least he doesn't really do it anymore. One of his like older videos though about like, Joe, you certainly know about the stairs in the woods, right?
Yes.
This video is just him basically reading a Reddit post. This is all the video is.
Every larger YouTuber has the same origin story. It's like the Xavier Academy for content mill. They always read Reddits.
Yeah.
That was big. That's your way to the top.
There's only people who have like pure of heart, like low tier god, can climb up the way to the top without doing this kind of stuff.
Self-made.
Why is this off center?
Entrepreneur low tier god.
Yeah. I mean, I like Wendigoon stuff. I don't like that. I do not like this stairs video because I like got halfway through and it's like, oh, he's just reading a Reddit post. I don't care anymore. But he has a video on this dude who got blasted with radiation.
Oh yeah.
This is fucking crazy. He does technically cite a source, his source at the end of the video. He talks about the book that he read where most of the stuff is pulled from. No, that's a TV documentary. There's a book in here somewhere. God damn it. And you can actually see like for a lot of, because I was wondering while watching this video, like he pulls up like images and stuff and he's quoting from things. So I'm like, yeah, where did like this is going to be graphic, by the way.
Yeah, this video is like super demonetized.
Oh yeah,
demonetized squared.
Well, I guess no, your head's kind of blocking the mushiness of this man's arm. So let me just blow you up a little bit more.
Thank God we got Lex here.
Thank God. I think we got this is gonna make you really, really big. There we go. There we go. Now we can just
protect me, Lex.
Like a parent covering your eyes during a sex scene in a movie.
Anyway, I was saying, anyway, at the end of the video, he does cite the book that all of this stuff is pulled from. I'm actually kind of scared to like comb through this video now because I know that there's like images of a man basically melting. This is a really fucked up video.
Sashuichi.
Yeah. And this is why we don't want nuclear power, everyone.
That's why. You don't just keep
Yeah, he's a pretty good narrator, admittedly, but stuff like the conspiracy iceberg is literally just explanations are tough. Yeah, that's the thing with like a lot of like iceberg videos in general is they kind of just like rip from other stuff, and it's meh.
I mean, Wendigoon's whole thing has never been. He's never been super like. I don't think they've ever had a facade of like, oh, I'm super well scripting out this stuff. It's
right.
Pretty, like,
yeah, that's also the thing. It's like there's not really a pretense with Wendigo and stuff. I would like to do an anime iceberg video at one point though. That will most likely devolve into something deranged. It won't just be a iceberg video whenever we get around to that. Let's see here. Steal your own content. See if it becomes more popular. If that works, you can make money from the content mills channels. If it doesn't, write a call out post and get sympathy views on your main. We've done it. Or is your guy what we do? Here's the game plan. Right, we start multiple of these different channels and create drama between them in order to boost their numbers when it's really just us.
You call yourself out for plagiarism, and oh my god, that's genius.
Yes. All right. This it's like from Uncut Gems. Like, this is how I win.
I'm always playing both sides, so that way I stay on top.
But anyway, let's talk about H Bomber Guy's Balloons TD channel.
It's crazy.
Y'all ever play Balloons?
No, have you?
Yeah. I used to play, I think it was 3.
I've seen Seth Zetak's video on it, and I was like, "Wow, this is a game."
It was fun back in 2008 or 9.
Yeah, it's like a fun browser game that people play competitively, like it's Fortnite.
Yeah, it has that Fortnite energy with like how bright and colorful and like edible things are.
Yeah,
let's get back.
Very easy to watch for 5-year-olds.
There was something people were pointing out with this H Bomber Guy video, which is that he talks about the importance of citing sources. There are no sources cited in this video.
God, that is so funny. That is so that's like actually like perfect comedy.
And to be fair, it's one of those things where it's like there's not a lot to cite, and what he does cite, and this is something we need to talk about, because what he does cite is cited in the video itself, which is good but not sufficient, is what I would say. Because it talks about why you want to have, like a quote like this needs to be contextualized. You need to put down who was saying it, who the fuck is this guy. You need to put down who's saying it, where they're saying it from, all that sort of stuff in the video itself. And then also have something in the description. You can like link to a paste bin or maybe like Google Docs, something like that, where you then are like, you have like the citation and something is linked, or there's some way to like find it again. Because fundamentally, this is a 4-hour video. If I want to go back and find something, I'm not going to scrub through or watch the entire goddamn video again. Just link it in a Google Doc, please. It's so much more findable afterwards.
Well, it's so easy too, right? Like,
it is.
You already have the links. You already know what they are.
This is me now pontificating on where I think this problem comes from, because I think it comes from the fact that the education system, at least in the United States, drills into your head that citations are a pain in the goddamn ass and you never want to do them. It's the least entertaining part about writing any paper in English class when you're in high school and college. Because they always want you to do it in a specific way. You need to do it here to a specific format, and you need to do jump through all these hoops. And if you fuck up even a little bit, they start docking points, and it makes it a painful experience. When really, it's all you need is a Google Doc, the name of the thing you're citing, the author, the year, and then like a link to it, and that's it. That's all you need to do to make it. It doesn't need to be like formatted. You don't need to do like MLA or APA or any of that dumb stuff. Just tell us what it is and link to it, and then do that in the video, and you're golden. It's so easy.
Yeah, when Gil and I were working on the final like technical revisions citation for the
Yeah, I saw you and you going through all that stuff.
I was just like, I hate the British, man.
I hate the British. It's even like, you can probably speak to this more academically. It's not a fun part of academic writing either, having to like actually go through and make sure everything is like meticulously formatted for the publication you're trying to like submit to.
It kind of depends, because like sometimes there are tools to get around this, right? They're like Zotero has like built-in tools on like citation. But it's always one of those situations where like the tools are gonna mess up always somehow. Like,
yeah,
a lot of citation tools don't have good ways to cite, like, say, tweets, where unfortunately a lot of information just comes from tweets.
He hasn't.
So
yeah.
But yeah, no, citations blow.
Citations blow, and really, but you know, I think we've all been there where it's like we're looking for stuff. He says like Lou and I or someone on here basically just like it's clear that they're just using sources they found on Wikipedia. That isn't to say though that Wikipedia is a good starting point for research a lot of the time. Keyboard being starting point. But it gets.
If you just click the citations. You're already doing a lot better.
You are doing a lot better than just citing Wikipedia itself. But what's a pain in the ass, and I've been through this, is that you go to a Wikipedia article and you start like, you're doing like your preliminary research, and you go to a source, and that source is not a direct source. It's not a primary source. It's linking to somewhere else, and then you just follow that chain, and it eventually just ends in nowhere, and you're like, what the fuck happened?
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst. It's because I don't want to just cite like what Wikipedia is citing. I would like to cite the thing that Wikipedia is citing. That I don't think
sometimes like what Wikipedia is citing is not even like accurate.
No, what I do like is that they will archive a lot of their sources, which is very helpful. But it's trying to like find. I think it was specifically for the Angel's Egg video. I was trying to find like specific claims and stuff, and a lot of it just entered in complete dead ends, to the point that I'm actually skeptical now of what a lot of people have to say about Angel's Egg, and like Ochi, like in his relationship to religion and stuff. I'm not really able to like substantiate much of that, just going by Wikipedia.
Yeah, I mean, that was something, my most recent video, that was something I found, because a lot of what I'll use Wikipedia for is like just discovering new stuff, like little bits and pieces of fun information I might include in the video.
Right.
So sometimes Wikipedia will literally be like, oh, and then in 1995, this thing happened. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I might talk about that. And then there either isn't a citation, or the citation leads to something that's just a complete dead end. And it's like, okay, well, I've learned about this information from Wikipedia, and now it's like I just have to do all of my own work now in order to actually like figure out what happened.
Right.
And I went through specifically the page for, if you ever go through and like want to have fun, go through the edit history for any Wikipedia page.
Oh, yes.
And it is full of people just arguing like, what are you citing? This is not real. What are you talking about? Like, you're an idiot. I've had, even for the Sundere page, you can go back to like the early revisions, and there's just one guy who's like actually citing things properly, and then going like, if you're not even going to cite anything properly, like, we should just delete this article. Like, I'm just giving up at this point. And just like is so frustrated.
No one talks
and it's
about
like, Wikipedia is good because it's like people can amend it and sort of like collectively make it better. But if there aren't people going back and like revising all of the like terrible citations or like lack of citations that someone's making, then it's a dead end. Like, it has to be popular enough to have multiple eyes on it in the first place.
The Wikipedia editor community is a kind of overlooked from what I've seen. I don't think a lot of people even know that it exists as a community, because who the fuck looks at the talk page on a Wikipedia article?
Yeah, what are all these extra links? I'm not looking at that. That's
Yeah.
nerd shit.
I mean, I will,
Well,
you
a
know,
lot of
because it's
people don't even know that like Wikipedia has like very different editing cultures. Like the Japanese Wikipedia editing culture is very different from the English one.
interesting.
Yeah, like they have a very different approach to sources than English ones do.
On the subject of like citations, I never understood why people like are so adverse to like doing research or having citations in their video. Like
I
it's
think it's
interesting to me because it's like when I go and look stuff up, that ends up kind of helps evolve the whole like message of whatever we're talking about. Because
Yeah.
like you might go into something and be like, oh, I noticed X, Y, and Z about this property, and you start researching it, and it evolves into A, B, and C. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think all of us here are probably in that camp of like we enjoy the discovery and
It
research.
gives you more to talk
But again, even
about.
going back to what Sai said, like people have like an allergic reaction to the idea of citations, like in the academic sense, where it's
It
like
is unfun.
such bad taste in their mouth. Where it's like, again, like you could kind of do it. I make up my own citation style, quote unquote, every time I make a video where I'm like, yeah, I'll just do this order of like the author name and then the name of the book.
Yeah,
or
they
whatever,
want to
who
find,
cares?
they can control F. It's there.
Yeah,
It's
I'm giving them the link. That's all I need. Like, but like actually discovering that stuff is fun, and I think a lot of people just do not share that point of view, or just again have had it beaten out of them by like high school and like early college
Yeah.
that they're afraid to like actually go into it.
citations? What is this, English class?
Well, like, okay, listen here, movie. You say that as a joke, but a lot of people, a significant number of people, do just that's it. That's all they see it as.
Yep.
Like, so, like I was one of the first anti-tubers to like cite things in a substantive sense, and that was. People from the old days might remember the times when a lot of my content was literally just written off because it was just like, oh, this is just like an essay.
This guy's just
Some nerd
academic.
shit.
It's like, no, he's citing sources.
I've had people who literally just say like, this video is wrong because he uses APA wrong, and I was just like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Also, completely
Yeah.
unrelated to
I'm not using the
anything
wrong
regarding
edition of APA.
plagiarism. Completely unrelated to anything regarding plagiarism. I hate these thumbnails so much. I cannot
Oh my
stress
god,
it.
my eyes.
These are so bad.
Some of them look like that glass ceiling one looks like one of those like fake advertisements you'd see in like an article.
Yeah.
It's like doctors hate her.
I don't like this like shitty like it's a special edition DVD release thing he's got going up here at the top of the goddamn video.
They found a different word art for every thumbnail.
The only James Somerton video I've seen is the one where he talks about what's it called? Where he interviews somebody about asexual identity. And just gotta say, it was a deeply unhelpful video.
So
Yeah,
these thumbnails too.
I watched
gotta-
one of his videos and stopped because it was boring. So
Yeah,
I had no dog in
I've
this fight until
legit
he got brought up.
Never heard of this individual prior. What do we got here? Ah, here we go. We have
I think he became more well known based because he made a video on Jeffrey Dahmer.
Wait a minute. This video is unlisted. Why is this video unlisted?
That was the one. Their talks about queer culture. They could make up whatever they want, but Utna, how dare you? There will be blood.
There are no sources. There was no more embossing say. God, it's the worst. Patreon content? Okay. Well, I guess maybe I shouldn't show this on stream.
But yeah,
Let's
that is
see.
very. It's
Yeah.
interesting because like I'm someone who, like a lot of my early videos, I didn't cite sources at all because I was one of the people who's like I don't need to. And I think for again a certain style of video, like if you're just making like a comedy video, like if you're like I don't know, Nikki, Jakey, just pure comedy doing whatever. It's like, I can understand the like, who cares attitude if you're not saying anything that you think is like substantial in the first place.
You haven't actually done any research.
Yeah, basically. And you're not like giving any pretense for that. But as soon as you're saying something with like a definitive statement,
Right.
Like I'll say in a video, like in 1986, this happened. It's like, okay, that needs some
That should
backup proof that I'm not just making
And
it
it's
up.
not even to be well, because like people will be like, "Why? Because you to fact check them or something." And it's like, no, it's like, I'm interested in the subject matter, and I would like to know more.
Yeah,
Don't
well, it's
leave
like
me,
if
like,
you are wrong, there's a way to like retrace your steps.
Right.
If you don't cite anything and one part of your video is wrong, what's to say that the entire thing isn't just made up?
Yes.
But if you cite all your
yeah.
sources and one of them is off, okay, it's just that one, we've contained it, and it's like way more okay at that point because there's a much easier way, like explanation for like, oh, this one source was off.
Well, it kind of gets
But,
into
like,
this concept of
You just make it up if you're doing the whole thing, right?
Are you familiar with the concept of Gell-Mann's amnesia?
I feel like I've heard of that before.
So
Jacob
I guess we'll illustrate what
Jacob Geller amnesia.
Jacob Geller amnesia.
Jacob Geller amnesia.
Briefly stated, the Gell-Mann amnesia effect is this like appearing on stream? No, this is like unreadable because of your head.
My giant Titan avatar.
Also like the way this like article is oriented. I don't know why there's so much blank space. Let me
Yeah, wow. They
This
invested all their points
fix
into
it.
writing instead of HTML.
I guess I'll have to like briefly state it.
You should use WordPress.
The Gell-Mann amnesia effect is as follows. You open the newspaper to an article on some subject you know well. In Murray's case, physics. In mine, show business. You read the article and see the journalist has absolutely no understanding of either the facts or the issues. Often, the article is so wrong it actually presents the story backwards, reversing cause and effect. I call these the wet streets cause rain stories. Paper's full of them. In any case, you read with exasperation or amusement the multiple errors in a story and then turn the page to national or international affairs and read as if the rest of the newspaper was somehow more accurate about Palestine than the baloney you just read. You turn the page and you forget what you know. It's Michael.
Yeah, I have heard that
Crichton.
before. That's a very,
Yeah.
very apt point.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like the thing where it's like, if you're fucking up this bad and you're not citing any sources, how can I trust you on these other things now? It was an issue I had with it's I think Real Life Lore is the channel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, one of these channels. Where maybe they do it now. Let's see if they do it now. We have why Ethiopia is preparing to invade Eritrea next. Oh my God! What?
Trust me, bro.
Yeah, I think he made a video on it was a country in South America. He made a video and then a whole bunch of people came out of the woodwork that were just like, no, this is very inaccurate. This is actually kind of wrong.
He had a video on, I think it was California's like planned like train system that a lot of people were like, a lot of this is wrong, and there doesn't seem to be any sources cited. Maybe there's sources cited in the video.
I don't know why you would think that.
Some cool graphics.
Cool graphics.
You got good graphics.
Good
Look at that
graphics.
pie chart. I wonder where that's from. If only I knew.
It's very funny too, because pie charts are generally agreed to be one of the worst like data graphics you could possibly use.
Oh, but they look so cool when you fill them up like a little loading bar in like a clockwise
true.
motion. It's a cool animation.
About 5 minutes in, I'm not seeing much that's been cited. I don't know. So this video could be lying to me. Yeah, so it's stuff like that where it's like you get one thing wrong and like one of this video is an hour. These videos are really long and they're like coming out at a rapid pace, which is concerning because if you're doing like this much that's in depth or something, it should take a little bit longer, which then makes it's a little bit suspect. But
No,
yeah, I
it's
don't know.
fine.
it's stuff like this that I'm generally like mistrustful of on YouTube. I'll still watch the
and a lot of
fucking
these
shit out of it. I
channels-
don't really give a fuck. But I'm also then not going to be like, I know about this topic.
Yeah, a lot of these channels get away with it just based on like the complexity of the topic for most people. Because again,
Yeah.
it's like no one knows international politics with enough certainty to, it's like the always sunny joke of like, I don't believe that, but I don't know enough about stars to disprove it.
Yeah.
I mean, is this one of those like, I don't know, fucking who would win the U.S. versus China and Russia or something channels?
Yeah. No.
So, I mean, like,
no.
I-
So
no.
the problem with those kinds of like channels, though, right, Mumi? I know what you're about to say, Mumi. I've had to deal with this in the Ask Social Science subreddit. The problem with that, though, is that like even in those speculative, it's the reason why historians do not engage in counterfactuals or like real historians, not YouTube historians.
Right.
The reason why real historians do not engage in counterfactuals is because it's extremely difficult to parse out what is a speculation and what is a fact when you're doing this sort of like, dude, if US and China go to war, who's gonna win? Like that sort of power scaling thing. Because then it becomes like the United States has more aircraft carriers that do such and such, and it's just like, okay, that's factual. That can also like, and then they'll say like, based upon how it performed in during R2P in Libya, and it's like, okay, well now we're speculating.
Yeah. That's also not what this channel is. Like, there's a lot of like geopolitics stuff, which, if you ask me, are very important to cite sources on such important and controversial and messy matters. But then there's also stuff like, why does nobody live in Wyoming?
You don't need to cite that. You can just make it up. Everyone knows.
I think my friend Better and I were watching this video, and we're like, yeah, why do more people in Canada live here than in the South, in the US? And it's like, I don't know, do you need 30 minutes to explain this to me? These videos are also just overly long. Again, these are also kind of like background noise kind of videos. Let's see if any sources are cited for this one.
There's gonna be a channel that has like videos like this, and it's like presented this way, and then the videos look like they're really long, and then like it literally is just like a 10-second clip where it's like, because it sucks, and then just like 30 minutes of silence.
Interesting that Michael Crichton proposed Gelman amnesia, then went on to be a prominent climate change skeptic, having Gelman amnesia about Gelman amnesia. Oh my god. In Newton of it, okay, this is back to James Somerton. In Newton of it, he's very clearly reading from a slightly edited version of the Utna wiki. Like, when he lists the members of, I have not seen Utna, B Papas, they're introduced in the exact same order.
That tracks. That's what I would do if I was just gonna plagiarize ideas about Utna.
I don't trust H Bomber Guy because he had a bad take on Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne.
True.
That's the funny thing. There was like a he has like a, what's his? Does anyone know what his goddamn Dark Souls 2 take is?
It's good.
It's
Shield
good.
It's good. Okay.
But like,
Shield good.
not
shield
for
bad.
the right reasons. Because I know people that are like Dark Souls 2 defenders that still don't like that video. They're like, I agree, but not for the same reasons.
I play a little bit of Dark Souls 2. It's fun.
Good. It's all right
I
game.
didn't like when I played Dark Souls 2.
I don't really
It's
make
like
it
not
that
the best
far
Dark
into
Souls,
it.
but like, take that over Lords of the Fallen.
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those things. I'm like, I don't get being angry at this game.
I didn't get angry with it. I just got bored and stopped
Yeah,
playing it.
that's fair. Video about Sherlock. I don't know. Yeah, I think I watched the Soy Boys video because it has a
I don't get
clickable
angry at
thumbnail.
the game. I just get angry at the people that say it's the best game ever because they have the wrong opinion.
They have the wrong opinion, and they should be hunted like dogs in the street. Because they
It's funny that-
disagree with me about video games.
It is funny that Dark Souls 2 became like the room of video games. It became like a bad movie.
It's yeah.
good.
Dark Souls 2 is the Nickelback of video games, and then you
Yeah,
listen
it's
to
like
Nickelback,
cult
and you're like,
following.
Nickelback isn't that
Carry
bad.
this
I don't understand
photograph.
why everyone's hating on this. It's a little cheesy, yeah, but it's fine. There's worse music out there.
Well, Nickelback.
Yeah.
Why did I read that thumbnail? That Fallout New Vegas one. Why did I read that as Fallout Boy is genius?
Fallout Boy is genius. That's what
hour
I'm
and a half.
talking about. This is the content we need.
The hour and a half is actually just him reading off one of their song titles.
A singular one.
What was that video where that was like 3 Tales of YouTube Plagiarism? Remember Austin McConnell was on that, and I think H Bomber Guy was one of the victims of the guys there. I don't know. Let's type in 3 Tales of YouTube Plagiarism.
I think it's on their channel. Well, I don't know where it would be on their channel page.
Here we go. Oh no, it's the same video. Okay,
Yeah, and it's more
6
about
years
Luke.
ago. This might be
That
a
is
little
interesting. Specifically, one of them, Luke, who gets called out, I think, in this video and also the official plagiarism video that we're talking about. Luke had, like, I think, an apology in the comment section talking about how they've, like, changed and grown as a person and, like, try not to, like, plagiarize or, like, have bad opinions anymore. And so they seem to have gotten out, like, the most unscathed of everyone.
I'm curious what this video has to do with a content creator I do not like.
They stole my. I'm
Soul
the
Brother
only
number 3.
YouTuber to use a Shure SM7B.
Steal his look.
I'm curious to know what this video is saying. What H Bomber Guy is saying about this video, because I hate this video. I hate this video so much. I hate Soul Brother number 3's
Soul
content in
Brother.
general.
I don't even know who this is. I don't know how you can have such a strong opinion about him.
They
Okay,
made
let me give you a little bit of context. All right.
All right.
Lumi? Soul Brother number. What was his number 3?
Number 3.
He's so unlikable. He went on to a Destiny debate stream, and then Destiny was just like, "This guy is so annoying."
Oh.
Damn.
Hey,
That's all you
that's
need to know.
fucking brutal.
Oh my god. Ouija the God voice actor.
Let's see. Oh, this is literally just so Soul Brother number 3 was the one who got ripped off. Interesting.
The worst man you know made a good point.
Let's see. I saw that Destiny debate. He was also like, Christina Aguilera isn't Spanish.
What?
Why was this a matter of contention?
That's what we should really be debating.
Is she? I don't.
The
I have
ethnicities
no
of
clue.
90s and 2000s forgotten pop stars.
Oh yeah,
No,
he
he's
has
a-
a
Her
Christina
father is an
Aguilera.
Ecuadorian immigrant, while her mother is German, Irish, Welsh, and Dutch ancestry.
Oh, but could she beat Goku?
Could she be? That's a great question.
We need to
Let me-
power scale celebrities.
we need to power
And
scale
Destiny to
celebrities
debate about it.
against Goku. Let's see what our Richard's DMing me here.
Look, all I'm saying is the Apothecary Diaries OP sounds like Shakira. Okay.
Which means good, so I can't complain.
Let me just screenshot this and save it and figure out a way to open it on stream. Hold on. So file, save as. Gotta save as a PNG. Let me just grab this over here.
Yeah, like
Or-
Wumpus is pointing out in chat, it is very when you get called out in a video like this, pretty much the only move you can make is a full apology, or just evaporating Tommy Tallarico and Summerton did. I don't think there's any coming back from the types of claims that are being made here. It's like all you can
Yeah,
really do
well,
is
it's-
just like,
it'd be
I'm
very
sorry,
interesting.
or you'll never see me again.
Finally,
what,
internet
just do what
historian
Sneeko
will now
does.
appear on camera to start off a video with.
Just do what Sneeko does, and then like show up on a Kick live stream, pointing a gun, and then label the stream H Bomber Guy.
Oh yeah, you got to double down. Like internet historian needs to just be like, all right, here's my next video. Who's controlling the media?
I don't know. You say this. You say like that's your only play, but I feel like if you just go the fucking I don't know, the wild card route and just be like, yeah, so what?
Oh, yeah. What are you
Yeah, I
gonna?
did it.
We
What
could
you gonna do about
pussy, huh? Square up. Come on.
It just turns into that J-Reg video where it's just titled like addressing the allegations, and it's just him saying like, "Yes, I did it. I feel no remorse, and I'll do it again."
I'll fucking do it again.
What are they gonna do? It's just like, oh shit.
So this is taken from the video. So at around the 120 mark of this video, he starts talking about. This is from Richard, by the way. Thank you, Richard.
Okay,
Um.
so we're gonna see some sort of sword-based analysis.
Yes.
Swords and postmodernism.
At around the 120 mark of this video, he starts talking about the foundation of B Papas. I've not seen it. No, I don't know if I'm saying that right. And he is very clearly just rewording. He flips the English names listing order to Japanese and adds some flair. The context subsection from the development section of the Una Wiki. It's amazing. Let's read the transcript first. Adapting existing works, longing for some creative control. Thus, after the conclusion of Sailor Moon S in 1995, he set forth on a quest to birth an original series. In this endeavor, he assembled the illustrious Bappas, a consortium of creative talents from anime and manga. You see, Bappas had quite the history together. Hawasa and Enokido had previously joined forces with Ukara, 7-3 Ikuhara, on Sailor Moon.
Is this like the generated transcript where it's like just not picking up what he's saying correctly?
I think it's so because there's no periods and I can't see.
Yeah,
Richard.
it's from his video, and it like matches up perfectly to that first.
Yeah, Enokido
paragraph
penned
from the
many
wiki.
episodes featuring iconic Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune. Papas also had also lent their talents to the esoteric Neon Genesis Evangelion. For Shoshi was a seasoned manga artist who not yet ventured into the realm of anime now.
I think it's pronounced Bukada Beppo.
Bukurabapu?
Beep, beep, bop.
Let's see here. Co-directing its second season Sailor Moon R with Junichi Sato, serving as sole director for both the animated films as Sailor Moon R and the third season Sailor Moon S. Frustrated with the lack of control in producing a series adapted from an existing work, Ikuhara departed Toei following the conclusion of Sailor Moon S in 1995 to create an original series. Interesting. To this end, Ikuhara assembled Bipapas, a group of creative professionals from the anime and manga industry. In this endeavor, it's basically just the same sentences, the same structure. It is just flaring up the words a little bit. Anime series Saito was an established manga artist who had not yet previously worked with members of Bipapas or an anime. That's This is funny. Why are you explaining this? What the fuck is this video even about? Is this literally the goddamn meme of having a video and you're gonna be like, why this anime changed my life? You click on it, plot synopsis.
Plot not, yeah.
It's not. It's
synopsis.
just
Every goddamn
Wikipedia
time.
plot synopsis.
Now it's just like, yeah, I'm just now gonna read the wiki. This is how it was made, and it's like, why does this matter? Why are you explaining this to me? How is this relevant to your point? Every time.
Which is funny because in the H-bomb video, there's even a part where he's like, all right, an AVGN founded in this. Why am I explaining this to you? It just moves on.
That's good.
It's like, yeah, that's how you do it. Like, if you're going into an Utna video that's like an actual meant to be deep dive video essay thing, it's like you don't need to explain certain aspects of it. Like, people already know. If you want to do like some sort of like recommendation video or something, like maybe that's different. But there's like certain things where it's like the Wikipedia page exists for someone who just has not heard of anything. Like, that's why they're Wikipedia pages or like fan wikis. To do that in a video is just it makes it
this
so
video is almost an
boring
hour
on top
long.
of it.
It's not necessary.
I feel like there's a lot of this, and like there has to be a lot of this in like the gaming YouTube space.
Well,
Because like I see so many fucking videos about Silent Hill 2 and 3, and like I click on them every time because I'm just fucking deranged. I'm like, oh, I like Silent Hill. Be clicky Silent Hill. It's
Silent Hill
the
2
same
is about
video.
James Sunderland, who gets a mysterious message from his wife.
It's the same video every fucking time, and I'm like always disappointed somehow, even though I know it's going to be the same fucking like plot synopsis and like Team Silent was the ragtag group.
I'm going to defend the existence of the plot synopsis section. I'm not going to defend the existence of the plot synopsis video, all right? But I'll defend the existence of the plot synopsis section.
Go on.
There's a lot of people in my audience who I think they've seen stuff, but they just have not seen stuff.
This is why you do the plot synopsis like we do.
I have people who have unironically been all like, I can't wait to watch your Evangelion video. And I'm like, okay, well, first of all, that video is like 6 years old. What do you mean? And he's like, oh, yeah, one day I'll watch Evangelion. I'm just like, what?
What?
I don't want to get spoiled.
I watched a video that was basically like, it was about the movie Come and See. And it was like, how Come and See answers the killing baby Hitler question. And the video's like 10 minutes long. Most of it is just plot synopsis, because the part where he's shooting a picture of Hitler comes at the very end, and then he explains his point. And I'm like, you didn't need to explain how we got to this point for the purpose of the video, and it's just most of the video. And you've now just like spoiled me on the entire movie if I hadn't seen it prior.
Yeah, I mean, there is a certain, again, like if you're making videos for YouTube, there's like a certain concession you have to make that like, you want the video to reach people outside of your target audience, which is going to mean people who like have no clue what you're talking about. And it's like, to what extent do you like reach out a hand to those people? We've talked about it before in the podcast. Like, I'm someone who's like, I'm just going to explain everything from scratch, basically, because I'm trying to like appeal to someone who doesn't know what anime is, essentially.
Yeah.
So like, I can understand the plot synopsis. I think my biggest thing is, if the plot synopsis, if the like section of the video, even if it's just one section, if the plot synopsis section of the video, if the only purpose that it serves is to like give people pure information and you're not making it like entertaining on top of that, or if the entire entertainment comes from like just showing the show or game beat for beat, it's like, I think that's failed. Like if you're going to do plot synopsis, which I think a lot of videos probably even should, if you're making like a 2-hour long video on whatever, like you should just make it entertaining, or like include just something in it that's going to like add value.
Like Star's
other than just
basically
recap.
series is a lot like that, to the point where he's no longer just summarizing things. He's actively like just making stuff up and misdirecting you on what the story of the thing he's talking about is. Like his video on Titan does that a lot.
I feel like where a lot of videos kind of fail though is like, I feel like they think like this version of like transformative commentary like synopsis is analysis, and it's like to a degree, but like it's just, you're not adding a whole lot when you're just like giving a synopsis of events, and then you're like, and this part when he did this is cool because it informs his character likes to, I don't know, have sex with women, and you're like, okay.
Oh, he does?
I think
if you're just making
goal-
a subtext text, that's like, okay, again, maybe for someone that's like valuable, most likely to someone who's never seen the show and is using your video as like a surrogate for it, to just be like, here's the themes it's going for. But like for someone who's already seen it, again, I've seen so many videos on like the new seasonal anime that's amazing this time, I swear, where it just like recaps it, and it's like at a certain point, if you've already seen the show, you just do not get anything out of it.
There was a funny short I saw the other day. Let me grab the because I just screenshotted it with its title. Where is it?
You say it's for like a problem with seasonals. I feel like it's a problem more with like classic like properties more than seasonals?
Oh, there's way more of that. The seasonals, it feels worse because it's so like it's like a shotgun blast. It's like 10 videos in a week that are all on the same show. Like this new show pops off and it's just like here's 100 videos at once about it, as opposed to the like 1,000 that exist for Evangelion, but are like over the course of years because like every YouTuber makes one at some point.
Ochi the Rock is underrated.
I love
Yeah.
the title of this video, the title of this short. This new anime is about monsters and humans.
Whoa!
And it's
Dude.
like, what the fuck does that mean? So is Monster. What?
This new anime has people in it.
Have you? Oh, that is one thing that's like a fucking like pox on humanity right now. The fucking the AI generated videos that are like just plot summary of fucking shows.
Oh yeah,
where it's
no,
like,
he talks about that in H-Bomber Guy talks about that in the video. There's
Yeah, the
some
AI
of that.
recap. Woman wakes up with 8 years left to live. Man wakes up with 3 organs and is now
And they rebuild him
mechanoid
into
human.
a super soldier. And it's
Yeah.
just like they're talking
Girl
about
adopts dog.
RoboCop.
Yeah, they're talking about RoboCop. They, like try to clickbait RoboCop.
Oh god.
Have you guys seen those videos?
I've
I
seen
get
a
them on
couple, like,
TikTok.
shorts.
I've seen some of them, and they're very weird because
Yes.
it's so like they will constantly repeat like the title and premise. It really does feel like a robot is reading them, even when it's human being.
Are we
Yeah,
sure they're not all
we've
AI?
had videos
Well, it
like
might
Are
be
we
that.
sure
AI
someone
written.
actually is reading it?
No,
And
some of
I'm
them actually are like people reading it, but I
yeah,
feel
they
like
just sound very robotic.
Oh, the
feel
few
like-
I've seen, like they don't even say the name of the show, and it fucking pissed me off.
Hmm.
Because I'm like I just like what I watched, and I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of weird. I've never heard of this before. What the fuck is this? And I couldn't find the name anywhere. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like a live action show. It wasn't like an anime, but
It's one of those things where it's like I don't understand the utility of this content. Who is watching it and why? Do they need a
What?
plot synopsis for a movie in English?
I think something important H-Bomb points out is that like a lot of these get famous from shorts and
Right.
with
Oh no,
shorts,
it's just mass.
we've
spam
all seen them
shotgunning.
because they're forced onto your feed. There's no way to avoid a short. That's why they don't even show you like a click-through rate if you look at analytics, because it's
Yeah.
like 100% of people have that watched this got served it because it's unavoidable. You just have to swipe past it.
Yeah.
So like if you just put out 100 videos a day across like 20 different channels, it's just bound to end up on someone's feed.
something
and,
is
like,
going to stick.
Yeah, and a lot of those videos, every time I've seen them, it's been I'm scrolling through, I'm seeing footage from a movie that I either don't recognize or I've seen before and I'm like interested by. And it's just enough that I pause in the video to be like, oh, this movie's interesting, just to hear the AI voice chime in and just make shit up essentially. And then I'm like, oh yeah, this is an AI video, and I swipe past. But even that small amount of time where like my brain lapses and I like zone out for a second is enough for them to like get revenue essentially. It's enough for them to like get that the watch time up.
oh, they
It's
didn't
just
swipe
like-
away in the first 5 seconds. Just keep recommending it.
Yeah, so it's just pure laziness that like allows this stuff to go through.
Noctic says, I think the absolute reverse of the plot synopsis YouTubers is CJ the X. Not a word that comes out of that man's mouth has been said before in history.
Who's
Especially
CJ the X?
the no face is an incel video, which we will react to that at some point because
Oh,
That
that
is a
video.
video.
CJ the X is weird because I think so. I know people that I trust who like CJ the X, and they never talk about like his media videos. They talk about like more conceptual stuff. So I feel like maybe when he's not given the opportunity to plot dump, he's better. I don't know.
Well, like he basically doesn't plot. Is the weird thing about his videos is that it is like the opposite of those other ones, because it's like you come to the like if it's a video about Rick and Morty, I don't give a shit about like his recap about Rick and Morty. I care entirely about what random tangent are they going to go on where they end up talking about, like, I think in Rick and Morty they talk about just like the like meaning of life and just like how different people enter creative spaces with the time. Like, it just goes into so many different directions, and that's what people are going there for. So a lot of the media videos, it's like the media is like completely unrelated to what they're talking about, basically, which is like the appeal for a lot of people.
Watch anime at random. Never watch YouTube. Form your own opinions. That's the only way to win the game. What the hell are these thumbnails? I wish I could tell you, Weird Brock. I really wish I could tell you. That was something else I was like, I was just kind of like pissed off about, is like, I fucking hate YouTube thumbnails.
True.
God, a lot of them just, in general, it kind of bothers me. Specifically when it comes to like film YouTube, a lot of people's like camera setups and stuff don't really. It's weird that they're talking about film, a visual medium, and the visuals in their videos just kind of suck. I think there's an interesting tendency when it comes to YouTube for people to basically treat the script of their video as paramount and not the video component. So a lot of times, like, the visuals will just be very like rote, and it's one of those things where you just put it on in the background, have it on a second monitor or something like that, because they're not really, the visuals of the video are not really captivating in and of themselves.
It's interesting because, like, I felt like I was gonna be that way when I started making content. I'm like, oh, I have a lot of things I want to talk about, so like it'll be easier to do the script, and I'll probably be worse at the video component. And like, I don't know, it's weird because like as we started doing shit, I found it was like the reverse. Where like I just don't even write scripts anymore. I just make notes.
Yeah.
I mean, it is more of, it's like people put the essay first, and that's a problem I've even had, where it's like, you're writing this script and you do not translate it in your head into a video. So then the final video is just you reading a script into camera for 20 minutes straight, because there was no like consideration for that. And so many people have that, and then it's like, okay, how do you, like, this is just nothing. This is just someone talking to camera, like, and then the thumbnail is them in front of a camera, and it's just like, okay, why are you even, like, there's no additional any effort put in.
I really like
that does
Climate
better
Town's
than our
videos.
shit.
Because with Climate Town, like, he's like filming
stuff
outside and stuff. He's in a lot of different locations. There's a lot of stuff going on in his videos visually. Then it's like, okay, I want to sit down and watch this. It's not just him like sitting in a room, center frame, talking to like transitions like that, basically. Scripts are try hard because you're actively trying to make the video good, but unscripted is almost lazy. There's a balance. Yeah, it's one of those things with our content because like we're a lot. This is just like a conversation between us. So we will take notes, and I think that's like the balance that we've had, in part because if we don't take notes, it's kind of impossible to actually turn one of our conversations about an anime into just a video, like a condensed video. So we kind of need to do that as like a survival
necessarily becomes
mechanism.
impossible.
It becomes a lot harder.
Yeah, I think we don't touch on as many like interesting things because like I notice if I don't make a note about something, I'll forget to talk about it.
Yeah, and then you're like, fuck.
And so and then we're not going as in depth as I would like.
YouTube's going to introduce an automatic A/B thumbnail test thing. It's going to automatically choose the most clickbait thumb for you. If only you knew how bad things are going to become. It's going to become thumbnail chaos in a year, maybe sooner.
So you're saying it's going to become like Tinder or like...
It's going to be Netflix, where it shows you a different thumbnail every time because it's trying to like...
Yeah.
What do you like? Do you like this actor?
Is it Tinder that like chooses your photo? Like, what's the best photo for your dating profile?
Oh yeah,
based on like who swipes on it.
Yeah, they'll like pick one.
I couldn't remember if it was like most of them or just Tinder. It's gonna be like that, where it's like, oh, this is the thumbnail everyone's clicking on, not the other one. That's actually gonna be kind of cool, I guess.
You start doing thumbnails where it's like a heavy right-wing lean and a heavy left-wing lean, and you cash in on both.
Win. That's how you win.
Yeah, so what we need to do is we need to have it curated such that it will show each individual person the thumbnail that will make them most likely to click on the video.
Yeah, you make normal videos, but then one thumbnail is just Disney is woke, and then you just slide it in there. Just for that one person that you know is going to click on something like that.
That'd be interesting. It's interesting too because like YouTube thumbnails are broken when you search them.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I think we talked about this a little bit.
Yeah.
Look at my channel. I want to see if it happens for mine because mine are terrible. There's a reason I don't put my face in any of my thumbnails, and it's because I'm not very photogenic most of the time when I'm on camera, like in still frames.
Yeah, so here they're appearing.
It actually
Try
shows
typing-
now.
Yeah, try typing Lex. Yeah, because it did it for me on my phone when I looked up your video.
So it works here, but I'm in a guest window. If I were to do this, let me just do this on like regular YouTube that I just have up on my other monitor.
I'll try to do it on my phone real quick and see if it'll do it for me. Because like I remember when your video went up, I looked it up, and
It's just my face. It's just
Yeah, it
me
was
in like a still frame.
well, it had Ozcut in it, so it was like even like weirder because
Oh yeah.
I see
Start
your
random.
thumbnail, but it's like that looks like that could be a thumbnail.
Yeah, well, it's like I think it just picks one of the auto-generated ones if it doesn't load the normal thumbnail. So it does still try to pick something that's like dynamic or has color, but like again, it's just like looks like shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, so if
it's
you go to
working
our
now
like
on
Scott Pilgrim video, if you just search it up, this is what you see. Is Scott?
Yeah, and it's like
Pilgrim
that looks like it could be like a low effort thumbnail.
really low effort
But-
thumbnail, but why is it being shown? Why is it
Yeah,
just show
it's
like
just-
the thumbnail that we actually made? I wonder if that just comes up if I search it now.
I heard that's how shorts.
Yeah, I don't
thumbnails
even know
work
if our
already.
video is gonna appear in this.
I
It
don't
might
know
not.
if that's how the shorts thumbnails work. I think they do have some kind of like AI in it where like it's reading like text that's on screen and it tries to choose the appropriate one based on like the title or something or like what it thinks is going to be the most like clickable. Because I've noticed like whenever we upload a short, it's not like videos because I feel like videos they just will take a random frame from like an arbitrarily decided like interval, like because like when you look at it, like none of them are really like interesting visually, right? But like the shorts will like weirdly enough be like very like accurate to like what you're kind of going for. Like if you just look at our shorts, like the thumbnails it like chose for those shorts, like it actually kind of works. Like the fucking the Comey one with it saying like disgusting on there is very like clickbaity. Or like the Onimai one where I have the fucking...
So this is just gross, man.
Yeah, that is very like I feel like that's a lot of people are clicking on that because
Then why
of that
is this
little...
selected? What the fuck is this thumbnail supposed to be?
I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe it's trying to go for like the thing with the other one to the right of that.
Maybe
With, like the fucking like a Hago face.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a clear. Again, like
but we're
you talk
number one,
about,
baby. Let's go.
You talk about like people being lazy with like a lot of like AI generated or like plagiarized shorts or whatever. But even just normal, like someone had the idea of like, okay, I'm gonna make a sexy Komi-san edit, and that's the idea, and that's what I'm putting like effort into, and it's like still just that same amount of like you just swipe past it and it's like slop thumbnail, slop content or whatever. But it's like, yeah, they did spend like 80 hours making this like edit or whatever. Someone did edit Breaking Bad into Mario Kart, and that's like a lot of effort, but it's like not like it's just Breaking Bad and Mario Kart, you know?
There might not be thumbnails at some point. I've noticed a lot of traffic is autoplay from the front page. Now that's another interesting thing is now it's like you can't. It's no longer just clickbaiting people with a thumbnail. Now you got to clickbait people with like the first like couple seconds because when you like hover over a video, it then like starts autoplaying.
Oh, I guess it does do the first couple seconds. Sometimes it doesn't though. Like I feel like
If
when you
it's
go on, like, the page,
age restricted, it won't. That's one.
Interesting.
And then I just have it turned off. Like there's a setting you can do on your YouTube where you turn that off and it just does the like still frames. But I think even Mr. Beast has talked about like, yeah, he doesn't care so much about thumbnails anymore. It's like the first 10 seconds, which is why if you click on any Mr. Beast video, he blows up a car right at the opening of the video.
Let's find out. Yeah, it's like some like drone shot basically, or like yeah, he's like
crazy openings.
Oh,
but yeah,
these
but that
are,
one.
no,
These
wait,
are
but
like
on the channel though,
the
it
still
just
frames.
shows like a random segment of the video itself.
So I think it might just be like homepage stuff that gets the
homepage
full
and
video treatment.
search, I think.
Probably entirely because of mobile, because you would like actually might watch a sizable
Yeah,
portion
because
of the video.
that's
there.
exactly what happens on mobile.
Well, what's funny is like a lot of the podcast ones, they don't have. If you hover over them, they don't show up. But then like the Ina episode did. So like I don't really know what determines that. Like I'm assuming part of it is length, and like just static imagery. Like like because we had like the fucking background for her, I guess.
Yeah.
So maybe it was like, oh, there's moving.
There's
So, like,
something
the other ones
there's
don't
something
do
else
that.
going on here. Because they'll do it for like the regular videos, but not the interesting.
Yeah, the regular videos always have something like you hover over them, but the podcasts never do. This is also why it's important for you to have your video have a style now. Lucky for me, VHS is always 4:3, blurry, static, etc. It does a lot of my branding for me. I feel
We
like
need to
that
return-
actually that actually like
Allier
works.
intros.
That actually kind of works for like phone stuff, right? Because like phones, you could like play it vertically now, and like you have more of the screen being taken up if you're in a 4:3.
Oh yeah, 4:3 is actually great for like mobile stuff. Same with there's a YouTuber, I forget what video, but they reviewed mobile games and they made the video like vertical, even though it wasn't a short. And it was like I watched that video on my phone and I'm like, dang, this actually looks good, as opposed to like the squashed up 16:9.
I think we might have talked about this when had that episode with Kenny. Like I think there's a channel that did like manga reviews, and they did their videos in like vertical format. Because like I guess like the manga page is like a vertical, thing. It's not like a horizontal. I don't remember the fucking aspect ratio. I can't remember the fucking channel name though.
Yeah, the worst is when people do the like there's some where it's like obviously like a short film, but when people do the like anamorphic wide angle videos.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like 2.25 by 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like if you watch that even on desktop, it like scrunches the title up and it like looks all weird with the comment section. And it's like, oh, this is hideous. This is meant to have black bars, but YouTube just crushes it.
Those ones are hilarious. Especially when they're that format, but it's like a tech review.
Yeah, it's just some dude being like, here's the new iPhone. It's like, okay. Does this need to be shot on like a Ari Alexa?
it looks like a scene from a John Carpenter film. And it's just like the Samsung Galaxy S27.
On mobile, it skips ads, so I end up watching full videos in that hover mode. Kind of genius, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, you can have.
I'm curious, how does that work? How does that work with click-through impression rates? Because you're not clicking on the video still, but you're giving it.
No, it does. It does give you a view.
Oh, okay.
I think it does just account that as a click.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so that's already accounted for, I guess.
There you go. There's your YouTube hack, everyone. Just when you're watching a video on mobile, just don't click on the video.
Don't want to pay for YouTube Premium? Just hover over the video.
Just watch them in a tiny. If you Control Plus, would it actually play the like video larger? And like on the homepage, if you had it like zoomed in all the way.
But I don't think you can do that on a phone, though, can you?
On a phone, it wouldn't work, I guess. Yeah.
But I don't think it really matters because, like, a lot, like when I watch stuff at work, I'm not usually watching the video. I just have it on in the background while I'm like, doing other stuff, right?
This is how we win.
The way it was meant to be viewed.
Oh, we lost. Let's
scoffed. Why?
Now all we need to do is just don't move our mouse ever for this hour and a half long video, and we don't need to sit through a 5-second ad. Let's go.
Figured it out.
Yeah, but you don't have to do that on a phone. Like, you just will play it.
Yeah, you'll just play it, yeah.
Yeah, there's literally no reason to not play it like that on a phone, I guess.
Patreon dying? I don't know. What's going on? What's this guy?
Oh, Patreon's dead.
Patreon's
'Cause
dead.
They did
Why?
stuff. It's weird. Patreon sucks.
Oh, yeah,
What?
they
did
changed their
stuff.
logo or something.
Yeah, they changed their because they're doing a rebranding where they're like, we basically want to compete with all the stuff that people use alongside Patreon. So they added in like a live chat to try and compete with Discord because people have like Patreon only Discord servers. But the live chat sucks because it's like a Twitch chat, but for like it's just always on. So it's just like it's like a group chat basically with like no categories or anything like Discord would have. And then they added in a bunch of stuff like they're trying to do video hosting and like you can sell merch on Patreon and like all this other stuff. And it's just like everything you would do on another platform but worse.
That's kind of fucked
What do you
up
think
now.
of
It's like just
2-hour
showing me
long
videos I've
videos with
already
super
seen.
short titles?
I think if the video is good.
All right, whoever asked that question cannot be busting me like that. All right, next video is 2 hours long. It's just gonna be called Persona 4.
Well, I think
Persona 4.
like I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast, but I think we've talked about this like in just conversation with you, Lex. Like that's like one of those things where it's like the length of the video and its subject matter is what's selling itself.
Yeah, the time code is clickbait. Like if there's like a 10-hour or the one I always reference is the 20-hour long Skyrim review, and it's like that sells itself. You don't even need a thumbnail for that.
Patrician reviews.
Yeah, it just needs to be. You just need to see that like 20. Well, that one's broken up into 2 parts, but you just see that giant time code and just like a brief retrospective, and it's like that's all you need. You don't even need to. You can use an auto-generated thumbnail. You get 1 million views.
Addressing the allegations. 3 hours long.
This is so scuffed.
But yeah, it's like the Hazel
Oh, no, I clicked
Fully
on it,
Cooley
fuck.
video. Like it's that kind of like title at that point where you don't need some
I need to,
long
like,
like
zoom
elaborate
out.
title. It's just like it's about Fully Cooley. It's 3 hours long. Clicking on it like.
Well, it's funny
I
because
guess it's
Bomber
just
Guy
knowing your audience
has
at that
has
point.
Roblox_oof.mp3. This video is 2 hours long.
Yeah, that's all you need.
That's all you need.
I mean, that
well,
pretty much tells you everything the video is about because it is very singularly focused.
it is about the Roblox oof sound. It's technically not clickbait.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oof.
Wow, it was surprisingly good.
Surprisingly good.
Or was that more like the Minecraft? I don't know. I don't remember.
That was
there
more
was a good
Minecraft.
video from
More
Defunct.
Minecraft.
I don't know what
on
the Roblox. I've never played
origin of
Roblox.
the
Sounds like a
Disney
kid.
Channel sound.
It's like a higher pitch. Can't do.
Roblox has like an e-girl problem right now.
I don't know
Oh.
what the hell is going on with Roblox. I was surprised to learn that Roblox is still a thing.
There's a cottage
yeah.
industry of Roblox content creators that are just women teaching kids how to pick up your perfect e-girl girlfriend in Roblox.
What?
You're doing like Andrew Tate pickup artist courses for Roblox.
Yeah, but they're women. You know,
Ah.
Women love
Hey.
Roblox.
it's like, hey, you know, I'm some particular female Roblox content creator. I play Roblox, and if you want to pick up a girl in Roblox, here's how you do it. People's like, yes, queen, teach me.
He's straight.
God, I wish we
She
lived
would
in like
know.
I wish we lived in the clickbait era of YouTube back when like RuneScape girlfriends were a thing. Like
I click
it's
on
just
6
some
hour
like
plus
Twitch
reviews of
streamer talking
games
about how to be one.
I've already played because it's great to listen to, also great to fall asleep to. Yeah, I think a lot of things, it's like long ass YouTube videos, I just fall asleep to them. I put them on to fall asleep. That's it. You know, because I don't
Yeah,
want to fall
second
asleep.
monitor
If a video is like
content.
20 minutes long, I'm not going to fall asleep in 20 minutes. I have insomnia. I'm going to be fucking up all night. So, you know, you put on one that's like over an hour long, and that gives you enough time to like sink in, fall asleep, and then, you know, wake up, and now you're in the middle of like I've been ending up in the middle of like a lot of videos about like the fall of like the Inca or something like that.
All of civilization.
Yeah, it's like, let me see if I could find it.
You know the videos I fucking fall asleep to? I'm not
Go to
gonna
your channel, Fall of Civilizations.
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. But like his channel, like I will put his stuff on because like he's just very soft spoken. And it's just like, oh, this is kind of interesting to listen to.
What have you sent?
That's kind of stuff I fall asleep to.
Yeah, that'll put you under.
Yuta Tamo Biku.
Has there been
pretty-
someone who's explicitly captured like ASMR video game retrospective? Like explicitly, like here's 6 hours of Dark Souls 2 analysis to fall asleep to.
I don't think so.
Today, guys.
It
We
sounds
could really
like
do that.
sounds like there's a niche that needs to be filled.
Donkey Kong.
Like, hey guys, in this video I'm
Yeah.
going to be talking about why Bloodborne is the greatest game of all time. Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
Bloodborne opens with
Today we're
Bloodborne-
talking about the
Bloodborne's
lore
created
of
in
the
2000.
Dung Eater.
Lore of the Dung Eater.
Very, very chill moods.
Topic
We've kind
I
of
do that with chills.
Oh, that is Noah Caldwell Gervais. Never mind.
I tried to fall asleep to Chill's video, and I think he actually makes my sleep schedule worse.
he creates a
his
paralysis.
videos are
demon.
too intense.
Because like he'll speak, and then he's got that very soothing cadence. But like half of the videos he shows are just like people screaming. So I'll
That's
just
what I was
wake
gonna
up
say,
at like
like-
2 a.m. to sounds of cougars sounding like
I
women
have
being
woken
stabbed.
up to video like horror videos just from like screaming and stuff, and just been like, "What the fuck is this? Stop it! I want to go back to sleep."
Yeah,
It's
even
like
an H
throw my
bomber
phone
guy
against the
video,
wall.
he'll like yell just
gotta-
randomly.
Y'all don't just like turn off the autoplay, so you just turn on like a long video that you'll end up falling asleep in the middle
because
of.
if I don't fall asleep by the end of that video, then I need to like go to another video, and that's waking me back up, and that's bad. What would be
I
fun
mean, if
though
you're
is
putting like a 3-hour long video, are you planning on being awake in 3 hours?
No, I think it's more so that like I don't fall asleep in the hour, so then it's like fuck, I gotta pull up a new video. What was I gonna say? I'm not losing my train of thought. Oh yeah, it'd be really fun to make like a 6-hour long video, 6-hour long ASMR like video game review video, and then like 4 hours in, 5 hours in, loud explosion sound, just to scare the fuck out of someone.
Welcome to the ASMR Twisted Metal retrospective.
It's literally just like fucking Citizen Kane. You just fucking have no Citizen Kane. Psycho, where you just have a bird squawk at him in the middle of it. No, it wasn't Citizen Kane.
It is Citizen Kane. Yeah,
God
you're
damn
right.
it. I was right the first time.
Relaxing sound of the.
That sounded like an
falling
Alfred
of man.
Hitchcock thing to do for a second. So
Yeah, that would
doubting
he would do that.
myself.
There's also a I forget who the composer is. There's also like an orchestral composition that kind of is like that. Anyway, we've kind of like strayed from our original point of addressing the YouTube drama that we have not
Addressing the
done.
allegations.
Yeah, addressing the allegations.
Did we ever
Final
figure out if
verdict.
there was anyone that plagiarized in the anime community?
Me.
We did not. I guess let me. I can like Google
I
search
feel like
anime
YouTube
plagiarism.
is like too small for that to happen.
Yeah, yeah, people might. Well, like if you're making a point for point plagiarism, like the other examples have, it would be pretty easy because it's like, okay, who else has made a video this long about whatever anime? Like, there's a much smaller sample size.
Yeah,
Like the moment that happens, Shaves would be all like, "Not good."
not good.
End that man's career.
And that man's career.
Not good. Just Vine boom. Just. Gee. Yeah, I don't. I feel like there have been I don't know, I feel like there has. I guess maybe I'm just thinking of like. Beatrice back in the day saying how Jeff would like take shit from her.
Right.
I feel like people have definitely done the thing, which I have done. Like, I'm joking about stealing stuff from you, Joe, or like other people who make more analytical content than I do. Like, I shouted out Study of Swords in my fan service video because they were like the person who like had me even talk about that stuff in the first place. So I'm like, even if I'm not directly citing their points, I wanted the whole video is just them basically, like my take on what they said.
We could very well, because our Scott Pilgrim video, we could very well be accused of plagiarizing Mother's Basement, even though it's completely unintentional. Because I watched Mother's Basement's Scott Pilgrim video, and we both end up talking about, this is completely unintentional, both end up talking about Lord of the Rings, Return of the King and the Hobbit, in both of our respective videos as like examples. And I remember watching Jeff's video and being like, what the fuck?
I feel like those are just like easy examples to point to, though.
They
so
kind of are,
that weird.
I don't know why I'm typing in his name.
You know, you could have avoided that, Ghost, if you did a goddamn literature review.
Did a goddamn No, we recorded this video before he put out his video, and then he puts out his video, and then like ours comes out like a day or two later, and it's like, fuck.
It came out the next day.
Came out the next day.
I've had that happen to me.
We could have had it out before, and then we could be accusing Jeff Thu of plagiarizing us, Moomy. All right, we missed out.
Weed crew.
I don't think anybody
calling out.
I don't think anybody's going to think that we plagiarized this fucking video when our video came out the next day. They're like,
well, no, but
there's no way we can fucking get that shit out
that one day.
See, that's why you gotta have like the most obnoxiously long paper trail, like what I do. Like every week, I update people on my channel in the community tab of what I'm doing. So, on one hand, it looks like I'm still active, but on the other hand, it's just like, look, if anybody comes out with a video that is vaguely similar to mine, you know, you can't touch me. Can't do it. You know,
can't do it.
For the last 6 months, I've been editing this video for no reason.
Yeah, I've had that happen where I think it was literally I made a video on the Matrix Resurrections or whatever the fourth one is. And a lot of my points are talking about how I think the movie was like made bad on purpose. And then I'd written that video before Red Letter Media made their review of the movie. And then I think like 2 days before I put out my video, because I was editing it, they put out a video where they have like the exact same, like they make jokes about basically the exact same points I was making. And I was like, God damn it. Like, how do I have no paper trail. So I just look like I'm taking their points. Because it was still like late enough into editing where I'm like, it looks like I could have slapped this video together after seeing theirs.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the more common, I don't want to call it plagiarism, but that's the more common like idea theft, is just people like, oh, I saw this really good analysis video of Evangelion, and then I'm going to make a video about Evangelion because I have so many ideas about it now. And it's like, you're just kind of taking someone else's that you saw and just maybe building on it. But a lot of it is just like, oh, this person brought up specific themes in Utena, and now I'm going to make a video where I bring up those same themes, and it's like basically from them.
A good thing
well, that's the funny thing about fucking Beatrice's stuff, is because that's how she got big, was her fucking Sword Art Online video, which is basically doing the same thing. Like, all the shit she says in that video about Sword Art Online as a criticism basically was being said like as it was airing on like 4chan back in 2012. Like, I don't know if she added anything. I mean, she could have, but like a lot of it was like from that. And then like you look at like her Shinsekai Iori critique, where she's like trying to do the scathing criticism of that. She's like spreading misinformation from Wikipedia, because like there's a part where like they use like a virus or a substance, a chemical or something. They don't really specify what it is. It's just like a thing, and they just like throw it and it kills something. And there was a time where like Wikipedia said it was like anthrax, and it was just had no citation. Like, it just, I have no idea where it came from. It was just
Trust me.
Anthrax. Trust me, bro. And then in her video where she's like criticizing it, she brings up like, bro, they killed them with anthrax. It's fucking stupid. It's like, where are you getting this information from? You're getting it from Wikipedia, like, and then there's like no sources or anything. It's like, yeah, I get it. Like you people just do, like, it's just interesting that like she was doing that with like Jeff, and then like she herself is doing that with Sword Art Online, and just kind of the communal kind of thing. Like, she's bringing together the criticisms that people have said in like various different places.
Yeah, well, like, because just taking an idea is just how art is made, and just building off of your previous
so
influences.
In theory, it's a good thing, because having people like see other people's videos and then build on top of them, and that's the key here, should be a good thing. But if you're just lifting other people's content more or less, then it's like, even if you're not necessarily doing it intentionally, even if you are just kind of like restating stuff you've heard already from other videos and you're not really adding anything new, it may not technically be plagiarism, but we're also then just kind of wheel spinning in terms of discourse. We're not really getting anywhere.
Yeah, a lot of it comes, I think, primarily from like an insecurity with your own ideas and writing. Like someone had this really cool idea. I really want to talk about it, even if it's like 100% genuine. It's like, I don't feel like I can contribute that much, or maybe I just genuinely can't like come up with anything that would add on top of it. So I'm just going to say what they said. I read this really cool article. Here's what it said. And here's what I think about it.
Well, this kind of comes back to like what you're taught in English class in high school, is that you're never supposed to give your own perspective when you're writing like one of these essays in English class. You're always supposed to be like, you never use the word I, essentially. You're supposed to like, obfuscate the fact that any of this is like your opinion or your perspective. That's kind of like how you're trained in high school. And I guess that also just ends up being reflected in a lot of YouTube content as a result.
Joe, Shabes asked if you knew that James apparently quoted you as well as Attack on Titan video.
Did I? What?
Oh my
Hell
God.
yeah, Joe, let's go.
Dude.
I think James took from like everyone, so there's a good chance.
Well, again, I think it was like, going back to that same fucking what was it, like a Vice article or something? Vox?
Oh yeah, the Vice article. Yeah. They emailed me when I was like at work.
You just replied back with like a single sentence.
Well, I replied back. I replied back with like some preliminary thoughts, and I thought that they were going to. So when I reach out to people, I usually tell people when I'm going to quote them directly.
Mm-hmm.
But they just reached out to me and they were just like, "Yeah, what are your thoughts on this thing?" And I'm just like, I don't know. These are just like my random thoughts. And then they just went with that. And I'm just like, oh crap.
That's the speed of journalism nowadays, I guess.
Yeah, it was really rough because that was when what was his name? That was when like Mike Toole and the ANN guys, they really got on my ass for getting the time on like Schwarzmarken wrong. They're just like anime YouTubers wrong again. I'm just like, look, all right, they didn't tell me that they were going to sort me. I would have double checked the dates if I did.
Source: I signed a non-disclosure agreement.
It's like, bro.
I read academic text and generate a novel script from that because nobody except nerds reads books. Okay, but Richard, have you considered just like feeding those academic texts to ChatGPT and then asking it to write a script for you?
Yeah, that would be less work.
Evidently,
That'd be optimizing
fairly
your
common
time.
now, from what I've been told. For people not to just have like a paper or whatever written entirely by AI, but they will use AI to like help spell check or like just refine what they've already written, essentially.
Yeah, I
Isn't that
can't
what
think
people
of like
have
a
been
good
doing
way
for
to put
years?
this. So yeah, AI.
And
There are-
haven't people been doing spell check and grammar check for like years? Isn't that basically the same thing?
Kinda.
I mean, like I use
But now we're using AI.
it's not really like AI on my end, but I use Grammarly to double check when I say something weird. You know.
Yeah, when you say something, you're like, this is definitely a word or a phrase, and then you're like, no, this is definitely not something that anyone's ever said in English.
Yeah, make sure I don't use the same word twice in a sentence like I have done on multiple occasions.
That's always the worst, yeah. And you're just like, especially like if I'm like typing something in Discord, I'll say like basically like at the start of the sentence and then say basically at the end, and I'm like, why do my thoughts work like that? Stop it.
I got really bad with doing that with like LOL.
Oh yeah, lol.
Back, like,
you say
15
something
years
and then
ago.
end it with lol.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I gotta put LOL so people know I'm not being hostile.
Yeah.
And then it would just be
and
like
then people
the
still think you're
opening
being
and closing
hostile,
of
and now
all
you're
my
just
remarks.
condescending them, and it's like, God damn it.
Well,
Trying
because
to,
like, oh,
keep
my
this
my
conversation
text
light.
style, like I feel like it comes across very like abrasive sometimes.
Yeah.
So like I would be like, oh, I should put like LOL. So it's like, oh, they're not arguing, they're not mad at me, they're just They're just being lighthearted, and now everyone takes that as like, why are you putting a laughing emoji? Why you're laughing at me? I'm like,
People
no,
treat
it's
it
not
as
what
like,
I
yeah,
mean.
you're being like passive aggressive or condescending or something. And
Exactly.
it's like, no, that wasn't my intent.
Yeah,
like,
whatever
have
you
you-
do, don't put a period at the end of your sentences, or they'll think they hate you.
It's like, have you not listened to like the hundreds of hours of content now I have of myself recorded? It's like, dog, don't take me that seriously.
It's illegal
You
to
can't
be
just say
ugly
how
in
you
this
feel.
game?
That makes me feel mad.
I thought that was Germa. The thumbnail. Of this.
Oh,
Oh, that kind of looks like it could be.
It does.
Is that
looks more like. I mean, I know the game it's from. Who's Lisa? I think it's who's Lila. I think it's an entirely AI generated face. I think all the ones are because they're meant to be Uncanny Valley. It looks like Ted Bundy though to me, like Ted Bundy and Germa had a kid.
The ultimate psychopath.
No, we used AI to compile the face of every serial killer in existence, and this is what they look like.
People use the
Sure.
skull emoji at the end of sentences now. I've started using like the nail painting emoji when that's when I'm just actively trying to piss someone off though. I'm like,
Hey, you did that to me the other day. I was like, what the fuck?
This is the thing like when I type JFC thinking it meant just for clarification. Little did I know. Oh, that's like like Linus using the hard R.
What?
Oh, do you not know about that? Hold on.
Everyone used to use the hard R back in the day.
Oh
to
yeah,
say it all
Linus
the
Tech
time.
Tips hard R. Hell yeah. I love that you can see Luke sweating bullets. He's like, I'm out of a job.
No, that's like, yeah, fuck, we'll just watch
His
some-
life flashed before his eyes.
Luke's face just immediately seizes up.
Oh God. Oh, is there no sound? Is there no sound? Well, I guess because like I haven't like played any sound for this entire stream. I guess.
Oh, it is muted.
Oh, well, that's embarrassing. God damn it! Something always
wah.
fucking goes wrong.
Wah,
Streaming
wah.
sucks.
See, we'll just have to act out what they're saying. Just
Yeah,
pull
we
the
do a good
transcript.
impression.
Can you hear
Lex,
it
you
now?
be Linus.
It's been kind of
God.
it's been kind of
El Pozo.
eye-opening.
Please stop making fun of me.
Just sort of randomly
Thought it was
here
on
and there
purpose. No.
picked up episodes of old shows that I
I mean,
hadn't
most of the
watched in
stuff,
a long
most of the
time from,
videos
like,
I've been
early
playing through this have
2000s, and
also just been on
the
mute. 'cause-
Casual, the casual sort of gay casual use of the hard R.
Oh, really?
It's jarring. Yeah, it's jarring now. And for
Casual use of hard R.
Yeah, absolutely. Like okay, it was an episode of American Dad, and it was just
Really?
like, yeah, it wasn't for shock value. It was just like used,
Whoa.
right? Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? That was in like, 2003 or something, like 2002.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna deny that I dropped my fair share of hard R's back then because we didn't even the term hard R didn't even exist. We didn't think about it, right? And it's funny because to me that doesn't
He's
feel
like
that-
panicking. He's like, "Oh God, we're all fucked."
The
You're
end.
Thinking,
all
like, how
out of
much
the-
life savings do I have? How much can I live on after
Yeah,
this?
he's like running the calculations.
hard R didn't even exist.
Oh.
We didn't think about it, right? And it's funny because to me that doesn't
He's talking about
feel
the
like that
the
long
R
ago,
slur, not the hard
but to
R,
my
right?
kids-
Yes, he's talking about not the N word with the hard R. Yeah,
He's talking about R tar.
I'm talking like N-word hard R?
What? No,
Okay. I'm pretty sure that's how people use that term.
no,
I think
that's
so.
the N word. What are you guys talking about? Am I mistaken?
I think so.
I like how he's got like
the
that
one
that
with the
panic, like, oh fuck,
like for
am I in the wrong?
Yeah.
like mental disability.
I'm pretty sure people use hard R in a very different way than you just used it.
Oh,
I love how genuine his
I-
Hard R
confusion
means ending
I understand.
the N-word
I
with
understand.
a hard R.
I understand what you mean. No, I'm not talking about that. Okay, cool. So I'm glad that
I'm
we
freaking
cleared that
Neo.
up.
He's like, oh, phew. I just had a
Yeah,
kid.
where would he have gotten that from?
I have no idea.
Because it's the hard is the part that gets me, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like the soft R or hard
what
R is the
makes
difference.
that hard?
Well, what would make the other one? Yeah, that's like a very.
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
life?
I do like, but I also do like the image of Linus Tech Tips. It's like high school, just constantly saying the N word. Oh my god, that would also. But yeah, so it's like, oh holy fuck.
I like how Lex is like really small now.
Yeah,
It's like,
made him
don't
small
talk
'cause
to
he was,
me or
like,
my
covering
son
up-
ever again.
Yeah, I want to make him even smaller actually.
Joe is sitting on Sai's lap, and I'm tiny.
Don't talk to me or my son.
There we go.
ever
I've given you an angle, so now you look a little suggestive as well regarding what sort of anatomy you're interacting with the movie.
I'm
What
like
the
a
fuck?
hand puppet.
You know?
I don't
There's
think
no
you
way.
want to be a hand puppet there. It's when both my hands are visible.
he's just hanging
how
out.
is he
He's just
puppeting it?
dangling there. I have such a like a fifth grader sense of humor.
I like how the view has stayed this entire time.
The view will be there now. I need to figure out
Permanent
some way to
edition.
make like the view logo rotate, and then it'll be perfect.
Just take the view and change the C to a V to a C and the I to an R, and it's just the crew.
The crew. Oh, you'll have to put
Yeah,
that
you
together. You're a lot
You didn't
better.
put that
at this than I
together.
am.
The crew.
The crew. That actually sounds like the name of like that sounds like the name of a really shitty podcast.
The crew.
The crew.
Just
Oh
the
my God,
crew.
yeah.
It sounds like the name
8
of a
dudes.
podcast with 4 white guys in it sitting in their backyard or in their
Oh.
basement.
Hey guys, me and the crew are back at it again.
And the crew are back at it again.
This episode of The Crew brought to you by Blue Chew.
Blue
Brought to you by Viagra.
by Viagra. Get your
They had to.
Oh,
They
get
all
your
have to have
dick
state
hard
sponsored.
R. It's like,
It all
what,
comes in discreet
what do you mean
packaging.
by that?
They all have to have state sponsored like crew haircuts.
Yeah, they're all like military guys. They're all-
Just military guys.
I feel like we've just described the worst podcast.
Just
Oh my
describe
God.
the worst podcast. We need to figure out how we can make the worst podcast possible. That'll be a good workshop for another stream.
I mean, we got pretty close.
Yeah, we are pretty close. The man dungeon era of the Weave crew. That's kind of what it's already becoming. Brick walls and ball gang.
Yeah, you got to get they're all sponsored. They all have like finasteride
That's kind of
sponsorships.
it's not it's gonna be the next podcast on YouTube. I guess I'll put this up on stream real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Where the fuck is the goddamn dungeon that you've been
Oh,
drawing
you know what,
together?
the one I've been fixing together.
Yeah, let me see. I guess since we're probably nearing the end of this stream, we can just talk a little bit about content coming up.
Content cop.
Content coming up. So
That's the new
everyone here,
Yeah.
everyone here that was just here for us to talk about H Bomber Guy drama, fuck off.
I'm sorry.
Sorry,
You've been
sorry we didn't
baited.
talk about it at all. Really, I mean we did, but it's also like again, I don't want to fucking react to a 4-hour video that's mostly just going to be him just obviously demonstrating why this is plagiarism.
I also
mean,
don't even know what we'd have to talk about.
No,
If I can be candid for one, can I be candid on this? Is it okay if I open up a little bit here?
just don't use the hard R, please.
Like
Um,
and subscribe.
I think plagiarism is bad.
Dude,
Oh, that's
that's
a
crazy.
I don't know if
I'm
that's
a bit,
good.
I'm
I don't know
a
if-
bit of the opposite persuasion.
Oh,
I think plagiarism is good, especially
one for
when you are
plagiarism is bad, one for
a heavily
plagiarism is good.
blues
let's
influenced
get Destiny
band.
in here.
Here's why plagiarism is good. Have you ever heard of Led Zeppelin?
Oh,
Yeah,
I have.
suddenly-
I like
Have you
them.
ever heard of Elvis?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You see the logic. See, without plagiarism, of white artists stealing the music of black
Without
artists.
plagiarism, white artists would not be thriving.
Where would white music be today
Where would
without
white music
plagiarism?
be without plagiarism?
Well, yeah, like what is this? EFAP? No, this is the crew.
This is the crew.
You make a very good point there. I mean, white artists might not be plagiarizing right now because Taylor Swift is the #1 recording artist in all of Christendom.
Yeah, we did talk. We kind of alluded to this at the beginning, but me and Sai have talked about it, where it's like we kind of want to start doing more streams.
Yeah, this is something we say every stream, and then next Sunday rolls around, or the other Sunday rolls around. Next time we're supposed to stream, and then we just don't because we're busy.
Well, wanted to start doing more like, I guess, reaction shit, like stuff that's like reacting to something like a video that we can like actually talk about. That's not this.
Yeah,
I don't
QC
have
has
anything
actually
to say
been a guest
about.
this entire time. You just haven't. He's been in the bathroom.
Yeah, he wanted to come on call. He's just had a tummy.
He'll be
ache.
back any minute.
You're just gonna
I'll be back.
specifically have a weeb crew like weeb crew eye catch where it's just both of you gone.
Yeah, I've been drawing and working on this background for.
yeah. Let me drag
A
this
week or
up so it
so.
can be above. Let me.
By the way, since Kenny is in here, you can see we've got some pictures of our guests on that wall back there. If you want to shoot me a signature, like doing an autograph of like your channel name over Twitter, I can put that on there for you as well. You can't really see it with this shitty fucking stream quality, the overlay, but
with the
they've
filter
all
and
got like
stuff. But you can
signatures
see
and
that
stuff
there are
on there.
images back here of different guests we've had on, and they've all like signed like the Polaroid,
The hostage Polaroid.
the hostage Polaroids. But yeah, would like to just be streaming more often. Yeah, so either we're gonna do like AnyTube audits, or we're going to react to a video, or we're gonna do something. We're trying to figure out whether or not we want to do this like every week or like bi-weekly still, or maybe like ramp up, because we like try to get adjusted schedule wise. They're asking me to dox myself and put my handwriting out there like Ted Kaczynski.
Absolutely.
Um.
We're gonna try use the handwriting expert.
So yeah, that's the plan. Let's see here. What else? New podcast coming out. It was supposed to come out last week, but I had a hellish Thanksgiving vacation that sucked. So that ended up it being delayed, but that'll come out either like probably Tuesday or Wednesday, and then go up on YouTube on Friday, most likely Friday or Saturday afternoon. Yeah, I don't know. Fucking check out the Patreon. We were doing like weekly shit for that, and we'll get back to it now that my schedule is no longer
Still will.
fucked.
I mean, you gotta have some leeway for fucking holidays. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
things have
fine.
things have been busy for you. Things have been busy for me. Anything?
Yeah,
else?
I'd like to start doing more like just talking about like videos that came out this week.
Sure. Yeah.
Talk about like if there's something to talk about in the anime community.
Absolutely. We become
Talk about the
EFAP
best,
of
the not so
of-
best.
The best,
EFAP
not
of
so best.
AnyTube, where
AnyTube digest.
no one will like us.
I just want to talk. I don't want to talk about like a smorgasbord of videos. We'll just talk about like one that was like
You just
interesting,
review
if there is
AnyTube
one.
Digest.
If there's not one that's
We just react to AnyTube Digest.
Just the
that would be
entire
the most
video with you
that would be the
away
most
and-
efficient way.
That's when you
Coming
do.
at
We
the
just
end. This
start
AnyTube Digest was
plagiarizing.
not
We
good.
start plagiarizing shaves. So here's the plan. We start taking shaves as videos, use AI to take out specific instances, upload those as shorts, those blow up, and then we do not credit shaves at all.
Wow.
That was the real meaning of plagiarism for this
Exactly.
stream.
Plagiarism was really just the friends we made along the way.
See, we're actually in favor of plagiarism the whole time, just to lead up to this punchline of stealing from
Did we come to a
Shapes.
consensus on Scott Pilgrim? Is it anime? Yes. Lex, have you seen Scott
I don't know
Pilgrim
why
yet?
it wouldn't be.
Yeah. Have you seen the Scott Pilgrim anime yet, by the way, Lex?
I have not. I still have. I've watched everything else but that.
We should
This
probably
week.
schedule a group watch for that.
What's funny is
67
like,
pre-
what's funny
Yeah, I
is
saw
like,
that poll.
we saw that. I pulled out the Mother's Basement video earlier, and like the top comment is like, saying that Scott Pilgrim's not anime is like saying that Panty and Stocking is cartoons or something. And it's like, it's not. I get the point of the argument there, but it's not really even the same.
No.
That's just a matter of like art style. I don't like.
Right.
Well, it's not even. I don't know. Like, the thing about Scott Pilgrim is it's literally animated by a Japanese studio. Like, I don't know how that's what.
Plagiarism was just the friends we permanently borrowed along the way. Is gas station sushi real sushi? Anime is a seal of quality at this point.
Well, I do love gas station sushi, so
That's
my red flag.
So, does that mean that we're reviewing Sushi Police?
Oh. Yeah, we just become the Japanese sushi police. We're the anime police, all right? We need to make sure that that all anime has a sort of jouissance to
No,
it.
we're not the anime police. We're the AniTube police.
The AniTube police.
Oh.
Again,
Yeah,
that really
we're
makes us
gonna-
sound. That really just makes us sound like asshole. That really just makes us sound like EFAP, but for anime videos.
It's
And I
like
don't want
Content
that.
Cop, but with less hard R.
Content cop with fewer racial slurs. Not no racial slurs. Can't make that promise, but fewer racial
90%.
slurs guaranteed. 4 out of 5 dentists recommend the AniTube police for being able to for having 99% fewer uses of racial slurs.
Oh, I saw a tweet that got recommended on my fucking thing. It was like, why would if dentists want my teeth to be bad for their bottom line, why would I listen to 4 out of 5 dentists when they recommend me a toothpaste?
Oh, see, it's like conspiratorial thinking.
And I think that was Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Slur counter
I think
on
that was
screen.
literally a Bill Nye the Science Guy tweet. I was like, what?
What would you guys do if you found out the Weeb Crew is really popular in China and they made a bunch of Weeb Crew merch? CCP, please reach out to us if this is the case.
I would probably buy some of our merch.
I will absolutely
bootleg merch.
10
deny
billion
the
anime
sovereignty of
dead.
Taiwan. Glory to a unified China and the
Oh
Communist
my
Party.
god.
Can I get that
You're
social
doing
credit?
so
up?
Yeah,
good.
gotta get that social credit up. I would become the biggest whore for the CCP if given the chance.
I mean, you're already half of that.
Days since that's actually a good prop. I mean, we should add that a day since last slur.
Oh.
Yeah, you just start saying like random stuff in Chinese.
Yeah, the next Weeb Crew episode is just entirely in like John Cena Chinese.
Yeah, John Cena, Lao Gan Ma.
It had to be like days since last cancelable thing.
Last
entered or
cancelable
something.
thing happened.
And it's just always
Since last
0.
drama.
然后微博现在我拍电影，但是我给手机吃饭，我不可以用我的手机，我们拍的时候，所以我现在
I would buy some of our own
这个
bootleg
因为
merch.
他们给我老干妈，我不知道。
I mean, I did buy our Weeb Crew stickers.
Now
Now-
on sale?
Now on sale.
Where can I buy
On
them?
the
On sale.
channel.
Oh yeah, I guess I guess I'll just pull up the channel.
Scroll down to the Weeb Crew merch page. Pick yourself up a Weeb Crew
A
sticker.
very overly priced sticker.
And if I wanted like exclusive
Wow, you're-
content
you're
from you
really
guys,
drawn
where would
Drawn
I...
merchandise there it goes.
That's right.
drawn by me.
That's right. That's right. You read that right. That's a sticker with a hard R.
What?
Yeah, sticker.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Sticker.
a third meaning.
If you want exclusive content, harass us on Discord.
Oh, last us on what?
Yes, go to the Patreon, where you can get for $1 a month just the uncut audio for the shitty videos we make. Also, the uncut audio for podcasts. Usually that goes up earlier. Not a lot of times, but usually it goes up earlier. No, it doesn't. But it should be going up earlier. I'm just very lazy and incompetent. And then
It does go up earlier.
I love that you do uncut audio. You're just like, yeah, you give us money, we'll give you worse audio.
yeah. That's the
More
thing.
slurs. That's what you're
It's
paying
not
for.
worse sounding audio. It's still mixed properly. It's just I'm no longer like editing things, and now you can kind of just see how the sausage is made and how completely dishonest we are with a lot of our content, as it turns out. Other than that, for $3 a month, you get one extra like hour-long conversation about nothing. You're welcome.
Seinfeld.
Well, the last one we recorded was about like horror games.
We did talk about horror movies. Wow, was that the last one we did? I thought we did another one after the fuck.
Yeah, that was the last one we recorded.
I should
God.
bring on Avalanche reviews so he can talk about a 6-hour-long Silent Hill 2 video.
When that
you should do
when
ASMR,
Silent Hill,
ASMR
I will say
Silent
this:
Hill.
when Silent Hill F comes out, because Mumi's we will do a video on that because
Finally
Mumi's a
animate
fan of
Silent
Silent Hill, and then I'm a fan of Ryukishi's work, so we have a crossover there. So we'll just play the same game, having not interacted with like half the media, like the media the other person has. So I won't play any Silent Hill games. Mumi won't like play Umineko or Higurashi, and we'll just see what our different perspectives on Silent Hill F are.
You guys are going to do the fusion dance equivalent of a Silent Hill analysis?
Yes. And then for also $3 a month, you can also just get like access to some videos we either did release and then we're like no, or have never really been released. So there's some like seasonal roundup, like original anime roundup from 2021, a really funny funny sounding, I should say, not necessarily Hime-chan no Ribbon trailer that Mumi and Hayden did. And then
That video, it was done for Core's 1992 video. That totally will come out.
the total will come out
Facebook.
one day.
Oh, I gotta.
And then
watch the show.
basically what we're calling the exclusive Patreon episodes are basically the idea is that they're just filler content. Essentially, they're filler episodes. They're non-canon.
Go to the onsen
and that's it.
line.
You don't get anything else for the $5 tier. It's just there. I blame Moomy for this, by the way. I want to make everything just $1, and then we could literally just call the tier. I'd buy that for $1, but I guess not because Moomy's fucking greedy when it comes to this stuff.
That's
anyway,
what I do.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta fucking put something to exclusive content. Like, come on.
You guys really
Gotta
are
sell
making
it
me
a
feel
little
bad about trying to do a 4-hour-long Minky Momo video. I'm waiting for that video, Kenny. It's going to be a long time coming, but when it drops, that's going to be very funny.
What do you want to talk about about Minky Momo for 4 hours, Kenny?
Everything. Everything.
Episode 1 opens with an establishing shot.
Episode 1.
As you can
5-hour
see,
Sonic the
Minky
Hedgehog
Momo
3
then
analysis
inspired Happy Discharge Precure in this shot.
Anime original podcast episodes.
I mean, that's starting to sound like that guy who did that Persona 5 character analysis, and each one is like 12 hours long.
We should do a video on Pokemon where you play one of the Pokemon games and I play the other one, and then you hate it and I love it, and then we just have to. The conclusion of the video is, yeah, your version sucked, but my version was good.
This sounds like an awful video idea.
Gotta bring in
Sounds like you guys
Destiny
are
for
gonna get
that
sued by
one.
Shogakukan.
Do we have to bring a third person in to play like the third version, like Emerald or Yellow, and then like try to
Well, they don't really do.
mediate the
I don't think they're doing
conversation?
third versions anymore. They're just doing like DLC and shit.
Are you talking about like the older games or like a new
No, I'm
game?
talking about the next Pokemon generation that comes out.
Oh, well, I'm not
Yeah.
playing the next Pokemon game.
Well, yes, you are.
How much
content.
money are we getting out of this?
None.
You guys got to talk about the old Pokemon games and then talk about how much better it is, and that the meta back then was way more fair
See, I would be
new
good
Pokemon
at that.
sucks.
because everybody had to.
My
play
version
with
has
Snorlax.
Magmar.
See, I would be good. I'm a Gen 1er. I'd be amazing at being
There
able
we
to
go.
do
So
that.
yeah, so what we do
rage bait.
instead of saying that like the third game, instead of saying like the Emerald or Crystal or Platinum is like the better game, instead it's just like, yeah, this one's just all right. It's like it's the middle point. But really, Diamond is the superior. So it's like Diamond is the good one, Platinum's okay, Pearl dog shit, and it's like what? The
What's so different about that one?
Yeah, it's like, oh, you don't understand. Palkia is pink. It's for girls.
Damn.
Oh, okay, that's where we're going with this. Okay.
Palkia looks like a dildo.
Oh,
Dude, you can't be dogging on Palkia. Palkia has a Pokemon power called Time Skip. All right, it allows you to switch to active with your bench Pokemon once per turn. That's a good.
The
good
cards
meta-utility
don't
card.
count. The cards are for fake Pokemon fans.
that's non-canon.
Yeah, that's
Can't use that in a power scaling argument.
I love character reviews. Sadly, the most recent one I watched was only a feature-length film of 1 hour and a half about Roland from Library of Ruina. Because
That's going to be your 6-hour ASMR content. Is just every single character from every new seasonal anime.
I was told one time I should do femboy ASMR content.
You do have the voice for it.
Femboy
AI has now
reviews anime.
confirmed the femininity of your voice.
It's a new Patreon tier for $15 a month.
For
You'll get
$15 a month.
you will get
Femboy Moomy.
Femboy Moomy.
I mean,
Boy,
$15 is still more. $15 for Femboy Movie is still more value than some $15 tiers I've seen.
You get a lot of value for $3. Let's be real. You get a lot of fucking content. Exclusive content.
I guess the
Exclusive
question
content.
here is why are there 3 tiers? I understand 2 tiers. I use 2 tiers because there's like the tip jar tier and then there's like the product tier. But
Yeah.
why are there 3 tiers?
I don't know why Moomy made 3 tiers. Because
I don't
God
know, it
created
just
3
was on there.
genders.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So men, women, and it's a spectrum.
It's a spectrum.
And
I had to
everything else.
figure out a way how to dig myself out of that one.
You can hear the gears turning.
$50 for feet pics. Inflation.
They just started
fuck.
OnlyFans. You can do OnlyFans without like selling nudity. Like, just start an OnlyFans.
That's
for
what I
lead
said.
I don't know. I think my
said I
feet
wanted to make an
pictures would go for a
OnlyFans,
lot.
but it was just had no.
People want to see
nudity
my
on it.
feet. You know what's funny about my feet, right? As I
Go on.
they're quite large. They're like size like 13 double E, right?
Wow, you're like Peggy Hill.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
just like Peg. Well, because she is Texan. That's how it works.
She's
We
from,
all are born with
Montana.
Shonen Shoujo and
Yeah, that she is
Sand.
from Montana. No, fuck her then. But they're large, but like I have very small toes. They just look like very big baby feet.
What?
This is
That's a
this is-
niche. Someone's into that.
What?
this is very accurate because they don't have like also don't have like a lot of blemishes or anything. They're just like very smooth, very nice, and then they're just like
Femboy-esque.
very. They just like they have like really small toes. They just look like baby feet, but then like if you actually like put them next to like they'd be like larger than your head.
Oh my God.
It's like big baby. See, I can make money off of big baby feet.
I think even this conversation needs to be behind a paywall somehow.
This is starting to sound like you have some sort of horrific foot cancer or something.
Oh, I was just bored with. Okay, if you look it up, right? Small toes are supposed to be genetically like better for running long distances.
Oh, did research on this, did you?
This is
Yeah, I looked this up.
evolutionary thing.
It's evolutionary. My ancestors that gave me my small baby toes were very good long distance runners. Okay.
quarantined. I'm cutting all of this. This will never see the light of day.
Movie using
Why-
gauging
why-
feet phrenology.
Why are you ashamed of my baby feet?
Stop saying that. Stop calling the baby feet.
I'll have you know I've had foot fetishists interested in my feet. Okay.
Oh.
$50
They-
for this.
They were gonna make us big. All right, we're gonna ride my baby feet to the.
Oh no! Wait, what was that? There was like that
OnlyFans.com/the Weeb Crew.
What
Join
was
today.
that like furry like debate bro video of a guy arguing why slavery was good? He had like the
What?
sticky feet. Yeah,
What
hold
the-
on. Why we need?
Oh, you're talking about Achilles Argyle. Achilles Argyle, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'd like to get. I'm gonna start drafting my Twitter apology right now, everybody. I just want to make this clear.
You thought your episode of the podcast was gonna get you canceled? Oh
so
no!
for this,
The like stories you're hearing right
this
now
what
is an
we-
AI
this is
voice
what
that
you-
has been
you
generated
now
by
need to
Moomy
draw
and
for the
Sai.
podcast studio.
Yeah, who's got more desirable feet, Moomy or noted racist Achilles Argyle?
noted racist. Slavery is bad. Okay, well, guys, what's worse, slavery, or plagiarism?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's a good question. Let's consult the Socrates of our time, J.K. Rowling. Oh,
The best part is you should say it's a good question as if you're gonna engage with it. It's like there's an actual question.
Let me think about that. For a second.
What an interesting
Oh, that's a good question.
inquiry. Let's ask ChatGPT. Let's consult the Oracle.
Draw feet. Okay, you should. So whenever we post like live action images, I'm just gonna draw over them.
Where the
If
fuck?
it's
Where
like
can
one
I,
of us.
where can I like talk to like ChatGPT without having to like make an account?
I don't think you can. I think you have to have an account.
Okay,
Okay.
AI.
I should just draw draw my feet and like okay, take a picture, and then I draw over it with like the underground
Okay.
cartoonist art style, like I did the picture of me at Ghibli Museum.
All right, let's see here. Slavery versus plagiarism, a comparative analysis. Slavery and plagiarism are both more serious ethical and moral transgressions, but exist in different contexts and have distinct impacts on individuals and societies. While both are forms of exploitation, they differ significantly in their historical, social, and legal implications.
Oh my God, this is a video essay.
It is.
Finally, the kind
Chapter
of content
one.
we need.
In conclusion,
Only
while
the
both
AI is
slavery and
brave enough
plagiarism
to
are egregious
ask such a
violations with distinct ramifications. The historical context, societal impact, and severity of harm place slavery as a worse offense than plagiarism.
We did it.
We did
AI
it.
is gonna take over.
Y'all
Oh,
are just
God.
mad that AI answered the question. Y'all were too afraid.
Yeah, too cowardly. All right, let's consult a magic 8-ball.
Actually, did it even answer anything? I feel like it just like gave a prompt for like
Yeah.
setting up a question, but like never actually said anything.
Shake the 8-ball. Outlook good.
Oh, it's a good
Okay.
thing.
Very interesting, Magic 8-Ball. What is good about the outlook of slavery or plagiarism?
Can we pull up this 8-Ball's Twitter history?
My sources say no. This is a yes or no question.
Yet, well, you have
Hey,
to
they have
ask yes or no
sources.
questions. I don't think
Okay,
you can
okay,
ask
okay, okay.
anything else.
What are this 8-Ball's sources? Do they cite anything?
Did I spell that right? That doesn't look good. It's fine.
What is worse, plagiarizing a video about slavery or forcing a slave to write a video about
It
slavery?
is certain. Okay, there we go.
Ah, there we go. We
There
got
we go. We got our
Found the
answer. Yeah.
Now.
So what we need to do now is so here's how the content farm is. We engage in basically wage slavery in Southeast Asia, where we have just a bunch of people who are paying for pennies a day, plagiarizing YouTube videos and then uploading them as shorts.
Well, Southeast Asia right now is kind of in a YouTube boom of abusing animals and then filming them rescuing those abused animals.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah,
Yeah.
this
No,
is
you
this is
haven't.
my favorite piece of like
Look,
asking random shit content.
I don't want to be I don't want to sound racist, but every video of those I've seen, I know the language they're speaking, which is very ominous.
Oh. So you can understand that they're not saying what what we're supposed to think they're saying?
It's like, oh no, these are my people, dude. I can't believe this.
Oh god. Well, you got to stand with them, you know? Solidarity.
Oh, that's true. That makes you make
Bring
a
back
good
the
point.
guys building pools. Hell yeah.
The beauty of anime backgrounds. There you go. We can react to that real quick.
All right, now it's time to watch a 4-hour, 48-minute video.
From Mr.
I'll be right
Pitstop.
back. I have to go to the bathroom. See you in 5
These
hours.
are there
Wait,
are
is this
many-
4, 5? What?
Oh, what
Yeah, it's
the
5
hell?
hours.
Yeah, he's been working on this for like 3 months.
Holy shit! I didn't even notice that.
It's every anime background that's ever existed, I think.
The beauty of anime backgrounds is just literally every anime background. No one can claim this man has not made an extensive video.
Unfortunately, no one has liked it. I don't know why this is the thing. I know this is just across, like with the H Bomber guy video as well. It's like likes just aren't showing up right now.
Might be a logged
It might
out
be a
thing.
delay thing.
Yeah.
Or a delay thing, maybe, yeah. There's something going on. It's a nice quick a brief retrospective.
Interesting. Wait, where do we start off? 60s. Oh.
You go to the sources, and this whole video has just been plagiarized from a CBR article.
A CBR article.
Top 150 anime backgrounds.
We got
A
him,
nice
boys.
quick retrospective.
Sorry, IP.
Oh god, no, we're gonna get copyright claimed by Toei. Fuck.
Dude,
Oh,
he pranked you.
goodbye.
He pranked you. He got you.
Got pranked.
He
Close your
didn't
eyes.
even
Everyone,
draw
close your
this.
eyes. You didn't see any of this.
Sabunichi. Oh, he's got Sabunichi on here.
Where it's
Damn.
pretty obvious that the budget was much bigger than your
Sabunichi.
typical
Have y'all
TV
actually
ad.
watched that?
No.
Probably
Of course,
not.
dude.
I was too busy focusing on that cat or dog or whatever that is.
That's a doggo.
Sabu-
That's
Sabunichi's
Oh, wow.
weird because it's like that part of early anime where they actually did like experimental shit, like
It's a-
straight up just recording someone throwing a fishing lure into water, and then like having the cell reflected on the water.
That's the
Kinda interesting.
Really? That's funny. That's
Yeah,
also
it's like
why-
it's supposed to be like the character fishing, but like they just recorded someone fishing and then put the cell reflection on the water for the character fishing.
it's one of those Ghost in the Shell Innocence dogs.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh, the Basset Hound?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what they're called?
You know what they're called?
I like how you came to Ghost in the Shell Innocence before Basset Hound.
Basset Hound. It's one
They
of
really are the
those
Weeb Crew.
Mamoru Oshii dogs.
Ghost in the Shell Innocence dog.
It's like that dog from anime.
It's like that dog I see sometimes in the fucking things Mamoru Oshii made.
That dog that
Dog
Mamoru
Japan.
I can't believe the Gets dog is real.
Can't believe they made the Gits dog real.
Oh my god, that's some impressive craftsmanship.
That might be the greatest piece of anime merchandise I've ever seen.
Yeah, this better. This is a really good figure. Do you think it's like an official thing or like a really elaborate garage kit?
Hell yeah.
That's actually, I don't know if you knew this. That's actually how Gynax got their start, is selling dogs out of their garage.
It's just a puppy mill.
First tomatoes, then dogs.
The internet is worse than ever. Now what?
Now what? Oh yeah, that video saw. I don't. Yeah.
Didn't people used to like how do you pronounce that?
Yeah. No one knows how to say this
Kurzgesagt.
channel's name.
Kurzgat?
There was like a lot of controversy around them at one point. I forget what though.
Yeah. Well, their videos cover. It's kind of.
They took money from the
Oh, Bill
money-
Gates Foundation,
yeah,
right?
Gates Foundation, yeah.
Interesting.
Based upon the things that Kurzgesagt like says, they really do give off the vibe of billionaire apologia.
Yeah.
It's like the only ones who will save us are
Elon Musk and Bill Gates and it's like,
Stop climate change with
Well, they have a
electric
tendency.
cars.
Their videos have a tendency to say the exact same thing in the exact same way, which is these are all of the ways this particular thing can cause problems, but it's actually okay because there are some people, wink, wink, who are trying to figure out a way out.
Put your faith in the ultra wealthy.
I read this
Look
originally.
at us all out.
I read this thumbnail as Terraform Mars. And I was like, oh no.
They reviewed Terraformers, the anime.
The racist manga and anime.
They also don't take criticism very well. It's very funny.
That's kind of funny.
They're gonna come after us.
Yo, it's your guy.
Oh my god.
This is
Can't
actually
believe-
like for these streams, this has been like the closest it looks to like my look, we're even getting like lockpicking lawyer now. It's like
It knows.
it knows.
It's
Because we've
actually
just been
scary.
pulling up the videos you actually watch.
All right, now let's talk about the
Wait a minute,
controversy.
This guy's content is called flushing 200 what?
Wait, where?
Flushing
Oh.
240
pounds of
pounds
mercury?
Flush. Just skip to the end in the thumbnail.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do the strategy.
Watch the whole
Will
video
it
to the
flush?
thumbnail.
Will it flush?
Does it actually flush?
Now I need to like scroll around and try and find the video again.
Oh my god, you're doing this ad.
Wait, what is
Yes,
that?
we-
Red Bull? Drinking Red Bull at night? Is that what it said?
Yeah, Red Bull without caffeine. It's a Nile Red thing.
I'm actually surprised I haven't gotten like a pissy like you're using ad block thing yet.
You know, I'm
Using
actually
a
kind of
VPN.
surprised. I'm kind of surprised that there aren't a lot of energy drinks that don't have the
caffeine.
part,
I would
yeah.
drink caffeine-free Mango Loco every second of every day
Yeah, it's
for the rest of my
crazy.
life.
It's crazy.
I don't know how they did it.
couple
Isn't
weeks
Bang
ago-
energy drink caffeine free?
The Bang energy drink has like twice the amount of normal caffeine.
Oh, does it?
It's like 600 milligrams or something.
Like, I don't get it. Like, because a couple weeks ago, I got a bunch of energy drinks, just a bunch of different flavors, and I was just like, wow, these taste really good.
You know what's a really good tasting energy drink? Gamer Subs, which you can buy at gamersubs.gg/story. I'm sponsored by an energy drink company, so I'm my
Hell
hands
yeah.
are tied.
Did you double check?
And
make sure
by the
they're
way,
not based
check
out
out
of Israel?
Tokyo Tree and
Oh
use
no.
Check out
code
Tokyo
Weeb Crew in all caps or something, no space, to get like $5 off your first purchase.
This is not a bit. This is not a bit. This is not
Not a bit. We are owned men. We are slaves.
YouTube apology speedrun 100% world record.
I get what it's like to be a slave.
All right, thanks for tuning in,
No
everybody. It was
nonsense
a nice
anime tier list. What is that?
Nonsensical anime.
Oh,
nerd
is it-
nonsense.
Wait. I was saying,
it's
is
like-
it coming up because you're on the Weeb Crew account? But no,
No, it just knows.
it just knows.
Dude, spying on you.
Okay, let's.
It's actually
let's see.
crazy to get recommended a 17
This is also.
subscriber.
This is also
Yeah,
just
how
what
the
our
fuck are we
streams look
getting
like.
this on fucking?
It knows. It's like
knows.
it's tracking like listening to your microphone.
It's also just like our streams, basically. Fuck. You just need like the TV thing and like a shitty filter to make it unwatchable, and yeah.
I like how on the stream we're perfectly covering their avatars.
Oh yeah.
Like it's one of those like React thumbnails that
There we
like
go.
crops out the
Yeah,
original
it's
person.
fucked. There you can
You just
see what
play
I mean
through
now.
it, and we just
They
lip
have like their
sync
cute
over.
little avatars here, opening like their omega
these
little
are just
fucking
our
gaping
opinions now.
maws.
Your tier list? You mean our tier list?
Is our tier list?
See, I'd put Clannad in God tier, and
There we
feel
go.
pretty
now
pretty
that,
good
now you
about
just
that.
can't see them on the stream.
Everyone knows Mumi is the avid Evangelion fan, so obviously it's in God tier.
And he
Also,
and he
Sai is an avid
loves-
My Hero Academia fan, so obviously
Yeah.
in God tier.
We
Fire Force
love-
is mid, and that's like
we
my whole.
love
I've ruined
ghost
that show
stories.
single-handedly.
We're talking about the sub, not the dub.
What differentiates good from above mid?
That is what is the
It's a
above, mid,
it's a
below
liminal
mid?
category. All right, it's transitory.
It's a spectrum.
It's a spectrum. I have no idea how we're ending the stream now. It's been like 3 hours. We probably just end it.
We don't have
You know,
to
just end it
anything
quickly and
specific. We'll just go on
unexplained.
forever.
You know, no one's gonna see it coming. Like Anthony
24-hour
Bourdain or Robin Williams. There's so many
We
people.
can just have it streamed the entire night. Just let's pick up fucking sleep noises.
We're doing a subathon, except it's viewers. If ever the stream drops to 0 viewers, we'll top the stream.
we will die.
Keep going until everyone
Electrocuted.
leaves.
That'd be has anyone? Surely that movie exists. Like, you know, we need to like
You get below 100 viewers, they just
you
kill
die.
you like a saw trap.
If this, yeah. I would like to play a game. Anyway, let's take one last look at our YouTube recommended. Now that we're here, what the fuck is that?
Fluids.
Oh, that looks really gross.
Because you watch the melting, the will it
Yep,
flush video, and
that's
you're just getting like
precisely it.
slop content.
Anyway,
slime
this has
cutting
been a fun
videos.
stream. We've ended up talking very little, but like the half the stream is about what the thumbnail is, but that doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Life is meaningless. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye.
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 Thanks for coming out. I don't know if we're still live.
No.
We very well might be.